Yo, what up? Good to see you. How you doing? Good to see you, Logan. Hope you're doing good. Happy Colored Marbles, the swagster, back on live. You already know it, dude. Over here, chilling. I gotta turn on my AC real quick. Oh, Skyer, dude, good to see you. How you doing? How you feeling? Yeah, my bad we had to skip Tuesday. I hope y'all had a good Tuesday. But we're back, you know what I mean? Same old, doing what we usually do, hanging out. Yeah, actually, I mean, since I had a whole week of just stuff, I have so many wild stories to tell. I'm so excited to go over all this with you. I'm on my wrong account. Happy Colored Marbles. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit then. Let me turn my AC. It's kind of hot. Yeah, it's been like kind of wild. It's been like 103 degrees out here in Phoenix. We got a really early start to how hot it is this year. So I've just been melting. And what's wild, super random, but I guess because of like all the super hot weather and the fact that it rains so much more than usual here in Phoenix, dude, there's like a grasshopper invasion. So I've been having like grasshoppers all over. My cats even got one last night where like I came out to the kitchen and dude, they like ripped out the like guts of the grasshopper. I was like, God dang, dude. But yeah, when you step outside of here and like literally all over the city, like they're everywhere. It's been really wild. And I even saw in the news, they were like, yep, they're gonna be here until like fall. And I was like, dang, grasshoppers just took over. Where are the ants, dude? You know, Bug's Life? Grasshoppers, dude. But Logan says, good to see ya. My phone got absolutely obliterated. I was at the pool with my family. He threw me in, didn't see my phone or my towel. Oh, dang. He's thankfully covering it due to water damage. Yo, that's a bummer. Like, you probably lost all your stuff, but that's cool that they owned up to it and they were like, hey, that's on me. I'll go ahead and fix your phone for you. But yeah, Logan, hopefully you get a new phone soon. But that's a bummer. You know what I mean? And yo, Dark Mess. Okay, oh, I know you had 2 accounts, dude. That's sick. But dude, good to see you. Hope you've been doing good, dude. Didn't you do like an interview or something the other day about your art? I was like watching on Instagram. And yo, Zaku, dude, what up? Yo, Zaku's gonna start streaming soon. I saw you're streaming at like 9 in the morning, Zaku. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I don't wake up till 2 p.m. every day. So yeah. So I'm gonna try my best, Zaku. If I'm ever up, if I stay up all night and I'm still up, I'm gonna tune in, but otherwise I'm gonna be asleep. But everyone here should follow Zaku if you're on Twitch, because they're gonna start streaming like them DJing and stuff, and like their sets are super sick. So plus Zaku's been on a bunch. They've been hanging out with us for a cool minute now. So yeah. And then Dark Knight, the grasshoppers are insane. I heard they're turning cannibalistic somewhere. I mean, honestly, it feels like I even went to the gym earlier, and like because they're so all over everywhere, there's like 6 grasshoppers in my apartment gym just hanging out. Because like I don't know why, but there's just a billion. I've never seen so many in my life. So yeah. Logan said you'll pay up front, but I'll pay you back. Plus, I said, oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. They're gonna pay you back, and you're getting accessories. That's sick. And you're watching MKBHD till 4 a.m. Then going to Best Buy. I feel it, yeah. Well, that's sick, dude. Yeah, definitely. What's it called? Look into that, dude. MKBHD be having the phone recommendations, so that's sick. And Logan also says, oh yeah, spring break for me. I never wake up before 2 p.m. except on Sundays. I do slides for my church. Oh, sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat, dude. I'm always sleeping in so late, dude. It's been wild. Yesterday, though, actually, one of the things that I mentioned, I went to Phoenix Ham, but I'll talk about it a little bit. And then Dark Master says, that's my guitar account. Oh, okay, sick. And also, yeah, a good friend of mine wanted to do a documentary, and I talked about my art and my life. It was sick. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I watched it on Instagram Reels. I was like, hey, that's the dude. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I guess I already brought it up. Yeah, speaking of waking up early, dude, I went to Phoenix Am yesterday. And if you're not familiar, like Phoenix, I mean, actually a lot of us here skate. So just by the current who's in chat right now. Phoenix Am is like one of the biggest, like, you know, for skateboarding, it's like either you're pro or you're am if you're like sponsored. And Phoenix Am is where they get all like the am people that are trying to go pro and put them in one skate park and have them all compete. You know what I mean? So I got to go to that yesterday. And but the thing is, because it's so hot out here in Phoenix, They started at 9 in the morning, so I only slept for like 5 hours. Drove all the way to the other side of Phoenix to go check it out. Honestly, I only spent an hour there, and I was like, dude, it's too hot. I left. So I spent all that gas money and stuff, but I went with a friend. So I more just want to check it out because like I grew up my whole life watching Phoenix Am, like clips and stuff on Thrasher. So like see it in person for the first time, I was like, oh heck yeah, this is sick. So yeah, it was definitely like something you bring your like friend that doesn't skate to it, because like, or like you bring your girlfriend, because it's like fun to watch. It's like a fun environment, but like I don't know, if you skate, you're just like the whole time you're just like, oh, I want to skate too. You know, I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of silly. But yeah, Phoenix Am would recommend, but it was just, dude, it was like 100 degrees by like 10 a.m. And it was still shaded, but I still like went home. I had to take a nap yesterday because I was just like so sunburnt, if that makes sense. So yeah. But Logan says, I've never seen a grasshopper, yet I live in Grasshopper Central, Florida. I feel that. Yeah, exactly. I never seen them that much often either. It was like every once in a while, but dude, they're like out here. Like they took over Phoenix for some reason. Yeah, they're going wild. And then Dark Master says, thanks for watching. Real G shiz. Of course, dude. Heck yeah. And they also say, dude, I saw that on your story. That was insane. Good skate vibes too. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you saw it. Yeah, it was actually really cool. Dude, some dude tried, I'll show you on my thing. So it was like a handrail and they did like fakey backflip. So like, you know, you're like, boop, boop. And they bailed and sacked the rail twice during the run. I was like, ugh. So yeah, it was wild. But thankfully they got back up. But like the first time they bailed, they sacked it. Everyone was like, ooh, and they got back up. Like, okay, he's fine. And then for his like last trick at his run, he tried to do it one more time, sacked it again. I was like, no, dude. And that time he like just laid on the floor, and like a bunch of people came up to go see how he was doing. He was all right, but it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, dude, that's a bummer. I was like, oh no. So yeah. And then Logan says, I recently re-listened to Groovy the Galaxy, and bro, the Goodbye Earth instrumental is so good to the point where I want to buy the deluxe just for the instrumental. Lamau. Hey. Dude, I'm glad to hear you like it. Yeah, honestly, that song was so hard to mix, dude. I mean, I know you also do music, Logan. So also, I found out my speakers, they're not HS3s or HS5s, so we have the exact same speakers, I found out. But yeah, mixing it was so tough because it's like, I think like 30 tracks. And I know like, you know, if you're like a real like audio engineer, that's like only 30. But for me, I was struggling to get that instrumental to sound good. So I'm glad to hear that you like it. And yeah, it's on the deluxe edition. I think I have a like, you know, a separate deluxe edition just for the digital stuff. So but yeah, no pressure though. But yeah, or I mean, you said you wanted to grab something soon. So if you decide to grab something, just grab the deluxe, and then you'll be good to go. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Dark Master says, hope he was wearing a cup. I don't know if he was. Honestly, keeping it real. Another thing that happened too is like, I guess it wasn't even like the sack that hurt, because one of the other skaters that was competing came up, and I guess I was sitting next to like, I was sitting in the bleachers, and I guess maybe his girlfriend was like sitting next to me or something. But he was talking to her, and he was like, yeah, like he sacked, but that wasn't the worst part. I guess he like broke his finger or something like on it, and he was like, yeah, he was just like bleeding, and he was like, yeah, I broke his finger. It's just like all messed up. I was like, damn. So yeah. And then Logan says 30 tracks would have killed my old laptop and got it upgraded. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at that, like, I've never struggled using FL Studio until Groovy the Galaxy, because some of the songs have so many tracks. I was like, oh wow, I might actually need a good computer for this. This is great. You know what I mean? So I just had like a computer I built like literally 6 years ago, and it's still chugging along. Thankfully. But yeah, but Phoenix Am was super sick. It's just the only problem was just like, I don't know. I don't know. The sun got hands, dude. You ever like, I know some people live like on the East Coast and stuff, but out here on like the Southwest, dude, sometimes you spend like an hour too long in the sun, you come home and like, it feels like you went to the beach, and it's just the sun, it feels like you like pretty much were like sparring with the sun all day long. Like you feel like someone was punching you in the face all day. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really tough. So yeah, so yesterday was just like, pretty much like feeling like I got beat up, like literally beat up. And then Dark Master says, damn, I hope it's a clean break. I never saw what actually happened. I just heard the story of the guy, like, because like the rail was on, like, I was sitting in the bleachers, but the rail was on the other side of like, the skate park. So I just saw like the the sack and then they fell. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then Logan says, "How did you do the 'It's so wonderful'? Is it a vocoder?" Actually, it's part of the sample, Logan. I got the sample from Producer Loops. So yeah, so that kind of like came in it. But not even my defense, but a part that I did to make it a little bit more special is added on effects to it. The vocoder was already like there, but the thing is, it had so many layers. I actually took a lot of the layers out. So the vocoder is like, I kind of modified it a little bit. But yeah, for the most part though, Logan, the vocoder is that like, it's part of the sample, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. But I did my own little like pixie dust, but it's already came vocoded. And then Dark Master says, "I used to live in Houston, so I understand how you feel. It really be hard on you. Make sure you drink plenty of water." Yeah, I brought like I think 4 liters of water, and I was still like, I'm struggling, man. I need more water. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then Logan says, "I'm bewildered because I've never done anything with vocals except mastering my dad's tracks to use GarageBand." Oh, no, I feel it. Yeah, I'm also kind of like behind on vocals, Logan. Like I feel like I'm very comfortable mixing everything else except what's it called? Vocals. But rap vocals aren't too bad because you just kind of like dip out the EQ to make space for them. But it's more like singing vocals that are tough for me because a lot of singing is like a ton of reverb and like multiple layers, like 4 to 5 layers of like singing. And then a chorus is like 10 layers of like different people singing. So yeah, if it also helps too, one thing you probably want a dynamic EQ. There's like, so I don't know, vocals is like its own like final boss of learning how to mix. That's like its own thing. But yeah, that makes sense. And then Logan says, "We'll talk about the list. I can't wait to see the project breakdown, Lamau." I'm pretty sure there's a project. Yeah. Actually, let me double check real quick just to make sure that is the truth. I'm pretty sure I chose Goodbye Earth because each, pretty much I did like 6 project breakdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Like 1 for each chapter of the album. And I think I did Goodbye Earth. I'd be surprised if I didn't. Deluxe bonus features. Yes, I did do Goodbye Earth, Logan. So if you get the deluxe edition, it should come with it. In fact, it's just like one big ol' Google Drive folder that has like everything from the project. So yeah, and actually, I'm pretty surprised I did that. So that's what's up. That's cool. But yeah, I'm writing a note to Steve, and then after that, I'm gonna start signing some vinyl. And I hope you love the vinyl. Check the inside for some. Honestly, like, I very much appreciate writing the handwritten notes, but sometimes I feel like I'm writing like standards, you know, like when you get in trouble in school and it's just like, I will not do this, I will not do this, I will not do, you know what I mean? But it's like positive, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's like a whole different, yeah, it's just kind of silly. It's kind of ironic. And Logan says, April 15th, I'm gonna place the order if all goes well. Yeah, dude, no rush at all. I'll be super stoked to send it over to you. And yeah, whenever you're ready, dude, no rush. I'm so chilling. So yeah, thank you, Logan. All right. So what's the first thing I want to bring up? So we talked about Phoenix Am. I think anything else happened there? I don't think so. And Turk says, I haven't had to write standards until middle school. I was bad back then. Yeah, I think I only had to do it once in elementary school. And they made me like during my lunch break sit at like a lunch table and just like do standards. Oh man, because your hand starts to hurt. I hated it. I mean, of course you're supposed to hate it, but yeah, it sucked. So yeah, and then like if you were smart, you would just be like, I will, not. You know what I mean? Rather than writing out the whole sentence every time. I'm looking for, yep. Also, there's only 5 New Game Plus Edition vinyls left, so I'm pretty stoked on that. I mean, I'm stoked, but also I'm like, uh-oh. But yeah, I don't think anything else happened at Phoenix Am. I mean, I guess afterwards we went to an indoor skate park, and yeah, that was wild. Because like there was a new one that just opened up out here in Phoenix, and it was like pretty much all designed around like one long line, but it was like a mega ramp. Like it was like I want to say like 8 to 10 foot like ramp you just rode down, and then you had to like go through the middle, and like there was a Euro gap. It was wild. So I was like, I feel like I'm Danny Way right now, dude. But it was indoor, so it was nice, but I was still just like so like tired from just sitting in the sun in the morning. And then Dark Master says, oh, I did the same, like I will. And while I was drawing in my sketchbook in secret, hey, that's what's up. Yeah, I used to have a sketchbook as well. I used to like low-key make little comics in middle school. Not even middle school, I think like elementary. I like make little like, I would call them like robot chicken comics, and I would just like come up with like little fun jokes as a kid. It was a fun time. And Logan says, oh damn, they sold out fast. Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, they did go, the vinyl went a lot faster than I expected, which is good. So yeah. And then Logan says, all right, I gotta finish a project out for homework, the break, so I'm gonna see you later. All right, catch you around, Logan. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Always good to see you. And Dark Master says, dude, I didn't know Phoenix had parks like that. I'm not too good at transition, but if they have a street tech parks, I'd be interested. Yeah, dude. The parks out here are pretty wild. There's a bunch of good ones. They definitely have some like street ones, like what's it called? Like Perry is like the go-to street one. It's just a bunch of like small obstacles. But yeah, there's all kinds of good parks out here, and they have some more like transition-based ones. But yeah, I mostly go to Perry and Festival Fields out here. And Festival Fields, I think, is my favorite. And yo, Eli, dude, good to see you. How you doing? How's your Sunday? And dude, thank you so much for doing the timestamps for Straw Monsters on YouTube, Eli. I like low-key, I don't know if you saw the description, but it said like timestamps to do. I forgot to like add them. So I really appreciate you like, you know, just being like, here's the timestamps. I actually like just copy pasted what you put and just like updated some of the song titles and then used your exact timestamps. So thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it, Eli. And later, Logan, thanks for, I've got you know all my aliases. It's so funny. Heck yeah. And Dark Master says, as they should, groovy sounds. Hey, thank you, dude. But yeah. So, yeah, pretty much the Phoenix Am was pretty cool. Skating yesterday was fun. But yeah, just, again, I was so tired. But other than that, what else is nice? Speaking of all, like, the getting exercise and stuff, I now weigh 214 pounds. So this is the healthiest I've ever been in my life. So I'm 6'2". So, or like 6'1.5" in terms of height. So, like, being about 215 is, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, pretty good. I'm, like, starting to get, like, an athletic build, as they would say. So I'm like, hey, touch grass era is going successful. So yes, I'm pretty hyped on that. And Eli says, oh wait, I've been doing good, man. I took like 2 weeks of spring break and hung out with my best friend the whole time. Hey, that's what's up, dude. I'm so glad to hear you get to spend time with them. Yeah, low-key, same, recently. One of my, a lot of my like best friends from college all like came out to come visit me out here. We went to like some baseball games and it was a super nice time. Like it was like the first like I want to say like the first, but it's like one of the very few like vacations I've taken from doing music, because I'm like working on my music stuff like 24/7. So it was like super nice to see them, and just like I like did all the work I could beforehand and just like locked in on hanging out with friends. It was such a fun time. So yeah, dude, I'm glad for you, Eli. That's so dope. I know exactly the vibes. Oh, speaking of Goodbye Earth, well now. Heck yeah. There we go, Steve. But yeah. Other than that, what else I want to bring up? Well, I guess the first thing, so since Sunday, I already talked about my friends visiting. I mean, yeah, Eli last time. But the big thing since the last stream, I had to skip Tuesday, was my buddy Frank came to visit me. So another friend came to visit. So I had like back-to-back friends visiting and staying with me. It was pretty wild. Thankfully, the house wasn't too destroyed. But it was super sick because my buddy Frank Javsey came down to town, my side of town, to like play a show on like a Monday night. And we went to like this like local DIY space, and it was super sick. As soon as I got there too, much like, you know, Frank was like, "Hey, this is my friend Groovy," and a bunch of people were like, "Oh shit, you're Groovy Kaiju?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, two people were like, "I already own your CD." Like, it was only like maybe 10 people at this thing. Two of them were like, "Bro, I already have your CD." And a bunch were like, "Dude, I see you on Instagram all the time." And I was like, "Hey, thank you, dude. Heck yeah." So that was super nice. Oh, and Dark Master says, "Hey, nice brother. I've been getting into shape more recently, training for the CCC." What's the CCC? I've never heard of that, dude. That's sick. I'm glad to hear we're both on our like get fit era. That's what's up. But yeah, but it was super cool to you know, support Frank at the show, and ended up, like, a bunch of my other homies ended up just pulling up, which is super dope. Like Twin Crab and Hey Greg. What was also super sick is I don't know if you were here for it, Dark Master, but there was a dude that came by the chat named Panned Corn about a week ago, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I saw the Frank Japsy show. I was thinking about going," and I was like, "Dude, yeah, pull up. I'll be there." And Panned Corn pulled up, so I got to meet Panned Corn, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, dude?" They were like super sick. They were wearing like a Discoholic shirt, and we just talked about like Discoholic and Fiber the whole time. And like all kinds of stuff because they're like also local, so I was like asking for like food recs and everything. They're really cool, dude. So shout out to Pan Corn if you ever watched this VOD, dog. And we all took like a photo at the end. It was really nice. And Frank killed it, of course. Oh, California Conservation Corpsman, Forestry and Wildlife Conservation. Oh, that's so sick. You're like, they do like some forestry stuff, dude. That's so dope, Dark Master. Hell yeah. What if you don't mind me asking, what made you want to get into that? Because that's like, I don't know, it's super rad. I didn't even know we had that in California. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know, it's just something I never looked into, but that's cool though, either way. I'd be stoked to hear on like what inspired you to get into that. Yeah, it should be good. And Eli says, "Yeah, I bet it must have crazy to have such reach like that." Yeah, dude. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's been wild. Because another thing, Eli, I've just been inside the whole time. Like I've been ever since I moved to Phoenix. I've kind of been like more like hermit mode. So it's been like wild. I literally haven't even gone to that many shows since I moved out here. So it's been really like wild to be like, oh wow, like, you know, all these orders I'm shipping are like real people. I mean, of course I know that. But what I'm trying to say, like, to see them in person is always like, what, dude? I shipped it to you. Let's go. You know what I mean? I don't know. That makes sense. Like put a face to the name, if that makes sense. But and the Dark Master says, "Dude, I don't think there was there, but that's so sick." Hey, thank you, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But what else happened? Oh yeah, so the show itself was really cool, and like of course Frank killed it. And the two openers, it was a lot of like breakcore artists, funnily enough. Like the first opener was more of like a indie rock grunge artist. I remember the lead singer's name was Rosa, but they were super sick. And then there was like another artist named like Jenny Death, and then there's another artist from Columbus, Ohio. I don't know, like, but yeah, it was a really fun show. And for the most part, I was just hanging out. And it was a good time. Just met all kinds of cool people. And yeah. But then after that, me and Frank got Chili's, funnily enough. Because like everything out here in Phoenix, like even on, I guess it was a Monday night, so you can't really like complain too much. But everything out here closes at like 9. Like not even like 10. So like after the show was over, I was like, bro, I'm hungry. My Frank was like, let's get some Chili's. Or I actually was the one that was like, we should get Chili's because nothing else was open. And yeah, we did, and that was a good old time. And yeah. But one thing that I was like a little surprised by is I offered to let my homie Frank sleep in here because I have cats. I knew the cats were just gonna be like wild all night, and he's like, "No, man, I'd rather like I don't mind sleeping in the living room. Like I'll deal with the cats." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right." And I think that same night the cats like knocked over the trash can, which was like super loud, and they get zoomies that night. So it was just like, and Frank was still like, "Nah, I'd rather sleep in here." I was like, "All right, man, cool." So the cats were just messing with Frank. But after a while, they were kind of like, yeah, this guy's cool. Oh, and Dark Master says, yes, sir, and the earth was calling for me. Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear you felt like the earth was like, yo, man, help me out. Help your mother out. Yeah, Mother Earth, but yeah. And plus you get to move closer to your girl. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Hell yeah. That's super sick. Yeah, being closer to like a being closer to your partner is always like super good. It's always just so relieving because it's no longer like, oh, I can see them when I want now. You know what I mean? So hell yeah, I'm super happy to hear that, dude. And it's a big opportunity to get more into nature photography. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked to see the photography you do. I'm sure you're gonna post it, so yeah, dude, that's what's up. Oh my god. Yeah, especially because I feel like we need more nature photography. There's so much like I don't know, just someone who's lived in the city my whole life. I always like seeing pictures of nature, low key. I've been taking lots of pictures of like flowers, low key, because out here in Arizona there's like a different set of flowers, and I'm like, oh wow, these flowers are pretty. Like all these desert flowers, you know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, so after that, next day, pretty much Frank was out here till like Thursday. So the whole time I was like just trying to be a good host, and I was just driving us around like all of Phoenix. And Frank is like very spiritual, so at some point I was like, dude, why not we just what's it called? How about we just go ahead and check out like a spiritual shop? The ones they have in the mall. It's usually like the candle shops and stuff, and they like sell all kinds of wild stuff. So I was like, why not? So we found one, and Frank's super into aura photos. So there was an aura photo person there, and Frank was like, how much does this cost? They're like, $20. And Frank was like, want to do it? And I was like, why not? So I got my aura photo made. And it was really cool. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, if anyone cares, this is what my aura looks like, apparently. So yeah. And the big thing, like the aura interpreter was telling me, she was like, yo, Dark Master, bro, I guess real quick. Dark Master says, dude, I've been slacking on posts. Thanks for the reminder. Dude, Arizona, especially the greenery side, is so beautiful. Y'all got some cool critters too. Yeah, we do got some cool critters, dude. They be crittering. That's pretty... Oh, that's a word, crittering. But yeah. And Dark Master says, you got a strong, vibrant aura, I see. Hey, thank you, yeah. Yeah, she was like, I'm surprised by how balanced it is. She was like, yeah, she said it's like very strong, but it's also very contained. And it's like very balanced. And I was like, hey, heck yeah, I'm balanced. You know what I mean? Because, we'll be skating, dude. You gotta stay balanced. You gotta stay on the board, right? So yeah. So that was super sick. And the big thing that she was telling, the title of the stream was like, my aura reader called me a butterfly. Because she said something about, she said my root chakra or whatever was in the shape of a butterfly. I look at it, dude, they're all just dots. I don't really see it. But she said one of my chakra points looks like a butterfly. So she was like, you just finished like a big transformation period, and like you're kind of like integrating that still. And I was like, I bet. You know what I mean? And then but her like advice to me was to like use my intuition more. Because she was like, you're so like logical. Sometimes you'll like stop your intuition from like taking over when you should let it. And she was like, and because your aura is so vibrant and stuff, like people are gonna be stoked for you to hear what you gotta say from your intuition. So I was like, I bet. So yeah, so she was like, keep your third eye open, pretty much. I was like, hell yeah. He was like, say what your third eye is seeing. People are gonna love it. I was like, hell yeah. But yeah, Dark Master says, that's good, stay positive. Hey, thank you, dude. Heck yeah. Have you ever gotten your aura read? Is that a thing you ever tried? Because sometimes they are kind of like be charging. Like I think Frank was telling me like there's like a place in New York you paid like $60, and I was like, damn. So yeah. But yeah, so would recommend getting your aura read for $20. It was actually kind of fun. And Darkman says no, but I am curious. I think I have a friend that does it. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, after going through it, I was like, they like on the little like instructional sheet they gave me, they were like, here's some recommended books if you ever want to like get into doing this yourself. And I was like, oh, word? So I don't know. I might check them out. I might mess around, try to find out. You know what I mean? Why not? So yeah. Yeah, and you can like hit up your friend, dude, and be like, "Yo, what's my aura saying? Am I a butterfly too?" Oh, and Dark said you should do a Groovy documentary. I don't think I've seen you do one, but it'd be nice to hear your mind and creativity. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Heck yeah. That's why I kind of been doing this. It's just so I can like, I don't know, ramble, answer questions. I guess this kind of is like the, is it a good advertisement? I don't know, but you're probably right. I probably should do like an actual one day. But that being said, though, have you heard about the Nobody Here documentary, Darkmaster? Because I'm in that. I've been seeing clips of it finally, and I'm like, oh, okay, I am in it. Because when they filmed me for it, they're like, we might put you in it. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? And then come to find out, they're like, no, actually, you're in it like multiple times. And I was like, okay, sick. So yeah. So I guess I made the cut. And I had to like give them some footage the other day. So I am in a documentary, but the only thing I've like the clips I've seen though, I don't know, I lost a lot of weight, so I'm also kind of like, dang. So, it's not flattering. And then like because I'm so tall too, for some reason all like the camera angles I've seen so far are like them camera down here pointing up at me. So I just look like extra like double chin, like hey. So yeah. But I don't know. I'm excited to see it. Regardless of how I look in it. You can put the eyes emoji. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, once it drops, I'll like definitely like, share it and stuff. Cause I'm like super excited to see it when it's done. All right, so I need a Mustard Zero vinyl. But yeah. So then, after that. After we got our auras read, yeah, pretty much the whole weekend. Speaking of all like the woo-woo stuff, I've been really into like astrology and stuff. So pretty much, like, I just kept me and Frank just were talking about like astrology the whole time. I just be like, your chart says this, your chart says that, this person's chart says this, and Frank was just like, when did you learn all this? And I was like, I've been chilling. So that was really cool to do, and it was good practice. But then, and Eli says, that's pretty cool. You're in a documentary. I can't wait to see the camera angle. Hey, thank you, Eli. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. I'm super stoked. I can't wait to be like, Mom, look, I'm in a movie. You know what I mean? I'm sure she's going to be stoked on that. And yeah, I mean, the camera angle isn't that bad. I'm just, being a little self-conscious about it. I'm not going to lie. I'd be a little silly. But yeah, pretty much I was just looking at charts for people and stuff. But another cool thing is I think on Tuesday we went to Zia Records out here. It's like a record shop. And lately I've been like collecting a bunch of Prince CDs. So I got like 3 new Prince CDs I was super hyped on. And honestly, I know I've been every stream, I'm like, I'm broke. Yeah, I kind of overdid it this weekend. I had friends visiting. I let loose a little too much, I'm not gonna lie. Not as bad as I thought I was going to, but still I'm like, dang, I gotta save money. What am I doing? But yeah, I got a bunch of Prince CDs, but they're only like $5 each. So it's not like I like went out and like got like a special edition, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but yeah, I got a bunch of Prince CDs, super hyped on that. I got Planet Earth, I think Hit and Run, and both Phase 1 and Phase 2, and some other Prince CD. Yeah, so that was super sick. And then what I was really stoked on is they had Timeless by King Shonada, like not their latest album, but the one before where like Pink Panthers had that collab on it. I got that, and like the Childish Gambino was on there. It was like, and that was also like, I guess someone bought it brand new, never opened it, and then resold it back to them, so it was like half price. And I was like, so yeah, I got that for my car, and like every song is a banger on that album, so I was like, heck yeah. So now I'm just gonna be driving around Phoenix just you know what I mean? I'm super hyped. And then after that, because we were way on that side of town, there's a new place that opened up in Phoenix called HTO, and it's like a Texas sweet tea like place. It's kind of like if like a boba shop, instead of being like a boba tea place. It was like actually like just Texas sweet tea, and they had like 10 different flavors of like sweetened versus unsweetened. It was all like supposed to be like Texas tea theme, where you get like a giant cup and you can get as much tea as you want. I don't know. It was pretty wild. They had all these different tea fountains, and it was bussin', dude. It was so good. I was like, yo, like it was kind of overpriced for just being tea, but I'm not gonna lie, it was some good tea, dude. So yeah, so next time I'm on outside of town, if I have the money, would recommend. But I guess they're like a new startup that just started off out in Texas. So yeah, that was super sick. And then I think the day after that, we met up with one of our other homies. They came in to chat a couple times. Their name was Ref Patch. They're like a beat maker. And they took us to a place called like TP Mexican food, which sounds like it would be like good, but it was so dank, dude. It was so good. It was like one of those Mexican food places where like, you know, sometimes you get Mexican food and it's like a sit-down restaurant, and like, you know, it's gonna be hella good when they bring the plate out and they're like, don't touch the plate, it's hot. And it's not even like you ordered like just a normal burrito, but just for some reason the plate is like 1,000,000 degrees. So they bring the food out like straight off like the stove. So it was one of those places, and it was hella good, and it wasn't that expensive because they had like a lunch special and stuff, and it was like a Wednesday. So I was like, hey. So yeah. And but yeah, Dark Master says CD is the best way to go. I need to start my punk vinyl collection. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, I like CDs a lot. I know it's still digital, but just, I don't know, I like the form factor of them. And like, I don't know, just having a CD player in my car is like super sick. I'm kind of like sad knowing that like one day I'll not have a CD player in my car, but I think I'd even be tempted to just grab like an in-car CD player, at least connect to the aux or something. Because it's nice just to like hop in your car, turn the car on, and just like music starts playing. You know what I mean? I'm like, think about it. And Negro Magic TV, that's such a sick name, dude. What's up, dude? Good to see you. I see you, vertical big dog. Hey, thank you, dude. I'm glad I'm vertical. So yeah, how you doing, dude? How's your Sunday going? But I'm trying to find, I need to print this out for Jaden. Oh, big brother's name. But yeah, HCO sick. What else happened? Let me pull it up. Oh, and the next day we went to another coffee shop. It's called Strip Mall. My homegirl, A-Greg, has been going there a bunch. So we pulled up there with Sky Yamaha, if you're familiar too. They're also like another vaporwave artist. And Sky Yamaha's stuff is super sick. It's very like desert synth music, but vaporwave. So we all got like coffee together, and then talked about a bunch of astrology there too, because A-Greg and Sky Yamaha are super into that. And it was a good old time. Oh, and Dark Master says, I mean, you can always switch to the radio. It'd be costly, but worth. I think physical is better than digital. Yeah. I'm not a big radio. I mean, radio is cool. I like listening to a lot of college radio stations. So yeah. But otherwise, I don't know. I haven't found any good like for. I guess I'm getting super in the weeds here, but in Long Beach, there's a radio station called K-Jazz, and that was like always what I tuned to because all they did was play like super sick like bebop jazz and stuff like that. But out here, I haven't found any good jazz radio stations. So because I've been listening to like the local college radio, and it's pretty good because I'll play a lot of independent artists. But like, yeah, but still not. It's not K-Jazz. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, I agree. Physical is better than digital. I just mean like in terms of like the quality of the audio, it's going to be digital still. But even then, like a digital CD is going to be a higher bit rate than like a streamed what's it called, Spotify track. So you're kind of spitting too. And Negro Magic says, you could be horizontal in the saddle, but you feel me? I feel that. Yeah. No, I feel it. Yeah, thankfully I've been, vertical in a happy way lately. So heck yeah. But yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. And then Sunday's been chilling, fam. Hope yours has been kind, famo. Hey, yeah. So today I woke up, took my time getting up because I pretty much just like I've been socializing for like nonstop for the past like 9 days. So I'm just like so like I'm super stoked to see my friends, but I'm also just happy to like finally be like, oh, I'm just chilling now. You know what I mean? I hosted all the friends. Now I get to chill. You know what I mean? So yeah, I woke up today, ate some like oatmeal, but like low key, I need to go grocery shopping tomorrow. But excuse me, I just don't like grocery shopping on the weekends because it's like super busy at the grocery store. So tomorrow I'm gonna pull up and get some more like grocery items. Yeah, I just ate like a bunch of protein oatmeal, and it was okay. I'm just like, man, I really gotta go grocery shopping. You know what I mean? And then I went to the gym, and then now we're here. So yeah, Sunday's been going pretty good. Thanks for asking, dude. All right, I'm looking for. Oh, I need a CD. Duh. And then yeah, dude. And Dark Master says, who's your favorite vaporwave artist? Oh, dude, thanks for asking. That's tough. Honestly, I think it's like a tie between Saint Pepsi and Tupperwave. They're both my favorite. And like, I know they're more like, I mean, they're both future folk, but they both also make like proper old school vaporwave. So I think Saint Pepsi and Tupperwave are like tied for me in terms of favorite vaporwave. And if it's like not too crazy to say, why not? I'll throw DJ Screw in there too. Tied for third. I know he's not vaporwave, but you know what I'm trying to say. I think that'd be kind of silly, throwing that wild card. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's fine. And then Dark Master says, I need to learn how to play the blues. Yeah, same, dude. Yeah, I really want to get back and learn how to play piano because that was a lot of fun. When my buddy visited, they were like, "You have a piano, like a like a little Casio tone?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like playing around on it. I was like, "Dang." Negro Magic says, "Screw for life." Yeah, dude. Shouts out, R.I.P. DJ Screw, dude. This stuff is so sick. Every once in a while, like I like skating DJ Screw a lot. I know it's like really slow, but something about it, I don't know. It reminds me of this is a good old time. But yeah, and then after that, we went to oh yeah, so we did the thing after me and Frank got coffee, went ahead and got sushi, which I also haven't had in a long time, but because it was a weekday, like there was like a special, and I was like, hey, so I don't know, I've been so broke, I haven't had sushi in so long, dude. So it was super nice to have sushi again, and I was like, wow, this is bussin'. I forgot how good sushi is. You know what I mean? That's me eating at home, saving money. So yeah, so that was really nice. And then I think later on that night, Dark Master says, nice, I love St. Pepsi growing up. I was a big on Blink Banshee. Oh yeah, Blink Banshee is sick. In 2028, 14, yep. I've seen people from other states fuck with my hometown music. Chopped and Screwed, yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of late on DJ Screw. I didn't really get into them until like, I want to say like 2019. Like I'd always like, knew about like I've always liked Southern hip hop and stuff like that, but I didn't really like dive into like deep into DJ Screw until like 2019. I had a homie that like really put me on. I'm like, yo, here's all like my favorite Screw tapes. So yeah. But yeah, Blink Banshee's also super sick. I saw them live and it was really cool. Like I think I saw them live in 2021 or no, 2023. So yeah. Negro Magic says, I know fams, Chop and Screw to the celestial tones. Yeah, dude, for real. They really are. Oh, Skyer says, Screws are in my listening backlog for way too long now. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, what's it called? I don't know. Maybe I'll like, I'll have to figure out which songs to recommend. I just, honestly, Skyer, listen, just my mind went blank. That's like, I ever feel like the best introduction to DJ Screw. And like all the stuff he does with UGK, super wild. But yeah, my mind went blank is like super wild. I love that song. And Inside Looking Out, I love that song too. Yeah, there's all kinds of well, I guess I'll just throw it out there since we're here, Skyer. All right, here's my top 5. Inside Looking Out by DJ Screw. My Mind Went Blank by DJ Screw. Like Yesterday, and The Third Coast. Those are like my top 4 favorite songs. Just looking at my like Spotify history. And yo, Matt, dude, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your Sunday's going good. Yo, I'm a new fan, but your music is awesome. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it, man. I think appreciate you just finding out my stuff recently and taking the time to stop by and say what's up and send some kind words. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Yeah, how's your Sunday going, Matt? But oh yeah, cool. I'll have to write those down. Yeah, well, I mean it's all recorded, so I know if you get the time, you feel free to just drop back to 46 minutes. Yeah, and then I got you. But yeah, but no pressure. I know you, because also I was talking to Midnight Drift about it, or Midnight Drift kind of like told me this once. Ever since then, I'm kind of like, yeah. They were like, I have to be in a specific mood to listen to new music, to like give it like an honest listen. And I kind of feel that. So whenever you're in like the right mood for some new music, those are the songs I recommend. I was even telling my buddy Trey about that yesterday, because he like recommended me a bunch of music, and I was like, I just haven't been in like because I want to take your recommendations seriously. So it's like I just haven't been in the mood yet to be like, boom, let me like get into this. Like they wanted me to listen to let me check. Hey, yo, Jack, hello from the UK. What's up, Jack? Good to see you. Hello. Hope you're doing good on Sunday, or is it Monday? Because you're in the UK. But I appreciate you stopping by, dude. Good to see you. Hello from Arizona. I'm in Arizona, so yeah. But yeah, my buddy wanted me to get into like Pink Sifu has a specific album, Marco Plus, Wakai, a bunch of like rap dudes. I still gotta listen to the new Gorillaz album. I'm kind of sleeping. So yeah. Oh, Dark Ray, I can't hear you. Oh, I think it might be on your end, Dark Ray, because everyone else can hear me on Instagram. I was literally just talking to a bunch of people. Must have like broke, but it doesn't look like it. So yeah, my bad, Dark Ray. And Jack says it's Monday now, 1:48 a.m. Okay, cool. I had to feel it. Yeah, the time zone shift. But dude, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're excited for Monday. Well, I guess you have to work, huh? But I mean, you know what I mean. True, Skyer, first thing after coffee. Lamau, yeah. And Dark Ray asks, how you been? Dude, I've been doing good. Just been hanging out. I just got done hanging out with like a bunch of friends that were staying with me over the weekend. But now I'm just chilling. Went to the gym earlier. Had to fight off a bunch of grasshoppers because Arizona right now is getting invaded by grasshoppers at the gym. But how about you? How have you been, dude? All right. Thank you, Jaden. Oh yeah. Haven't seen you since Crystal Nostalgia. Oh, dude. Well, thanks for coming for Crystal Nostalgia again. Oh man, I know you. Actually, I can't hear you either. I've just been telepathically listening to you. Really? All right, you messing with me, Dark Master. No, there's no way. Unless you've been like reading my lips, but that's impossible. But yeah. But dude, thanks for stopping by for Crystal Nostalgia. How have you been, dude, since Crystal? And yeah, dude, I miss Crystal a lot. Like every stream, I'm always like, dude, Crystal was such a good time. Those were the days, dude. Yeah, hopefully I can start doing shows again soon. But I've just been trying to save up money for it and stuff. And yo, Sasquatch! Dude, good to see you. How you been? Thanks for stopping by, Sasquatch. Spent the weekend, front brakes, car back on the road. I feel it, dude. That's sick. Glad to hear you got your car up and running again. And glad to hear you gotta get some skating in. Dude, same. I was actually just skating yesterday. And what you cooking for dinner, Sasquatch? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There you go. And Dark Master, no, I'm just joshing you. Okay, cool. Yeah. I was scared. I was like, is it not working? What? I feel you on the jokes. Now I've been Sasquatch. Yeah, I've been chilling. Been hanging out. I just got back from the gym. And I'm starting to get hungry already though. I don't have any snacks though, so I'm like, So yeah, we'll probably stream for it until I'm like literally gonna starve. So yeah. But I don't want to cut it short because we already skipped Tuesday. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Jack asks, how long does it take you to make a track? I heard it's different for everyone. Yeah, dude. It depends. Yeah. So track by track, it depends. I think on average, like in terms of like when I check the FL Studio, like time spent in this project, I think it's like of like active, like locked in focus time. I would say about, I think the average is like 6 to 8 hours. But honestly, like the way I think about it is because you can only listen to a song for so, like, you know, mess with a song so much before your like brain like turns to mush. So really what I do is I separate into like 3 separate sessions. So I always like get the sample, I chop it up and turn it and arrange it first until like the actual like, here's going to be the verse, then the chorus, then the verse, then the breakdown, then the, you know what I mean? So that's step 1. And I call those skeletons. And that takes me like 1 day. I can only listen to it like, I can max do that over like 3 hours in 1 day. Then I think about it. I let it like ruminate, let it like, you know, simmer in my brain. I'm always thinking of like, okay, at this part, maybe I'll do that. You know what I mean? So, and then like maybe next time I have the time to work on music, I'll actually go ahead and do all the actual chops, get everything, you know, add the drums, get everything like actually ready to like mix and master. And then I stop there too, because I can't like go straight from that to that. So then after I get everything set up, then I think, okay, you know, let that simmer now. Maybe I'll put it on my phone, export it, listen to it, unmaster to be like, okay, you know, these are the elements that I like. This is the one, you know, so I'm like thinking about it. And then I finally do the final mix and master and I record the live automation in another session. And then after I export that, then I'll do one last listen through to be like, okay, what live animation parts sounded good in the moment that maybe didn't sound so good after the fact? And do I want this to be the final version of the song? And then I'll go ahead and do those final tweaks. So yeah, so it'd be about like 4 different sessions, but so like 6 to 8 hours across of actually in the project locked in, working on the music. But there's like probably like weeks where it's like, you know, we're just living life, thinking about it in the background. So I hope that answers your question, Jack. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like, you know, like when you're working on like it's funny, Sasquatch's point, you're working on a car. So you gotta get lunch in between. Sometimes you gotta go get parts, and like how much are you working on the car versus like all the other things around it? You know what I mean? So what I'm specifically like in terms of in the project editing stuff, 6 to 8 hours, but there's all the other things in the background that I'm like thinking about. So yeah, I hope that helps, Jack. I hope it makes sense. So yeah. And Sasquatch says sirloin oh my god, sirloin pot roast and a cast iron Dutch oven in my oven. That sounds hella good. That sounds super, super good, dude. I hope it comes out really good. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be dank. So yeah, I'm a little envious because I'm so hungry right now. But Dark Rise says, any upcoming events? Actually, no, not right now. I haven't played a show since it's been over a year now. The last show I played actually was right before I moved to Phoenix, out here in Phoenix. But since then, I haven't done a single show just because I haven't gotten many offers. I've gotten one, but it didn't quite work out. It was like last minute and so on and so forth. Or it'll be like, I'll get offers for like, hey, can you like just DJ this specific thing? And I'm like, I don't really, funnily enough, I don't know how to DJ Dark Rise. I just don't use my own custom setup. So I've gotten offers to like do little like small parties here and there as like hey, we're playing for this theme. But like, I don't, you know what I mean? So I haven't really got many offers, and all the shows most shows I've ever played have been booked by me, with the exception of Yui Toki. That's always been their team. But so because of that, I'm the one that always has like organize it, put in the time, the money, the effort to get everything going, and I just haven't had the time. I've been so busy packing orders and, you know, making new music that I just events haven't been a focus right now. But I miss it. I want to go back to it. I just, you know what I mean? Hopefully soon. But what am I looking for? Oh yeah, I gotta get some certain CDs. And Jack says, damn, that's sick. I'm thinking of starting off doing something, but got any recreational software, etc. Oh, there's like a certain VOD we did that we recommend everything, but I use FL Studio, so that's what I like. And I would say just you don't really need anything other than FL Studio in my opinion. But yeah, I would say just get the FL Studio trial, try it out, and if it's starting to, I mean, it's probably not gonna make sense because you're just getting started. But I'd say play around with it and just get FL Studio. And then I like the producer edition the most, so that one. And then yeah, just start playing around with some beats and stuff. That's what I would say. And I think that's all you really need. And I think Skyer here also would agree, right? I think Skyer use FL as well, right? But yeah, I think me and Skyer are both just like stock plugins, use FL, and I wouldn't say buy plugins until like, you know, maybe after you've been doing it for like I would say at least make an EP first, and then maybe even then consider a plugin, but you don't really need them. So I would just say all you need is FL, and you're good to go, Jack. So yeah. And Skyer agrees. Yeah, you just need FL. Sick. Thank you, Skyer. Skyers. Yes. But Sasquatch says, people always say fixing things is easy, but you're one destroy bolt from the art job taking. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Sasquatch. You know, it's like you sometimes like a song. When I say like it takes 8 hours to make a song for me, it's like, you know, you never know. Like sometimes there's like some weird thing I gotta like do. I gotta write my own bass line, or I gotta rip out something and like completely do it from scratch, or something takes way longer to mix than expected. So yeah. And Eli says, what are your favorite snacks? Yeah, honestly, popcorn, Eli. I'm not gonna lie, because it's super healthy, low-key. It's like lower calorie. So I've been lately it's been popcorn, and then I have my own ice cream maker, Eli, the Ninja Creamy, and I make my own protein ice cream. That's like usually what I go to for snacks. In fact, maybe I should just make popcorn real quick, just to like hold me over until dinner, like, you know, after we're done streaming. Because I literally feel the rumbly in my tumbly right now. It's actually growling. And Skyer says, Skyer says FL. So get FL Studio. All you need is a stock plugin, so it comes with FL. And they said if you need a good free versatile synth, try Synth 1. But again, that's like optional. Like me and Skyer are both just like, yeah, dude, just get FL Producer Edition. You'll be good to go. Yeah, Skyer makes some sick stuff too. So yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, if anything, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pack this up. Oh, Jack, downloading it as we speak. Hey, that's what's up, Jack. And there's a bunch of different like YouTube videos online and stuff about how to use FL. But just don't get bogged down. I mean, yeah, learning how to make music is like, it's a whole journey, dude. So my biggest advice is download it, play around with it, but it's gonna be a little bit before you start making stuff that you're like stoked on. It's kind of like I would say it's like a Dark Souls. Like you gotta grind through it, dude. You gotta grind just to like until stuff starts clicking. But yeah, if you can stay consistent with it, like, dude, you'll be making bangers. And Sasquatch says, I like organic hummus with olive oil, cheese, cucumber. Yeah, dude, that sounds hella good. Yeah, I love like a little Mediterranean snack. They're always so good. A little Mediterranean snack. Funny to say that out loud. And Sasquatch says, check out Phoenician in Gilbert. Sick, dude. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, I've been looking for more places to eat. And then Jack says, it looks intimidating, but I'll grind through it. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be intimidating. It's just one of those things you got to just keep doing it. And then one day it'll make sense. It's kind of like skating a little bit. But to me, everything's kind of like skating. But you know what I'm trying to say, Jack. You said it's Greek? Oh yeah, Phoenician Pita Kitchen. Oh, that's actually not too far from me. I'll put it down. Want to go. Sasquatch from stream said it's good. Sick. Thank you, Sasquatch. I don't know if you can see it, but I appreciate it. I'll check it out. But the burger place next to it is trash, Lamau. Yeah, there's a pretty good burger place next to me called Johnny's. I think I like a lot. And Sasquatch said, I hope it's still open. Honestly, it was a family Greek place. Has a buffet too. I've been to AZ in 10 years. I mean, it looks like it was. It was called Phoenician Greek Kitchen, and it was in Gilbert. So, yeah. Guess they're still kicking. Okay, sick. Now I gotta put some stickers and ECDs. And then I think I'll make some popcorn, I guess. Because the rest of the stream, I'm just gonna pretty much sign CDs. Because we don't have that many orders. Because I did a lot of them yesterday. That and we get a lot more vinyl orders. Which is nice, because I like shipping the vinyl more low-key. It's a little bit easier, and not gonna lie, it's a little bit more supportive because I already like have some of my Sub-Zero vinyls. Like the margins are a lot better. So I'm like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? And Dark Ray says, I saw every CD that you signed. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I super appreciate it, dude. I hope you're still enjoying it. You're still bumping it. You're still stoked on it. But yeah, dude. After the stream, I'm gonna look up your Instagram account because I'm trying to remember. I'm sure we met at Crystal. Actually, I'll just look it up right now. Because I'm like, we met at Crystal. I want to put a face to the name. Oh, you're private. Okay, well, one of these days. Wow. Well, yeah, I don't want to be rude and request. Because I assume if it's private, it's for like family and stuff. But yeah, dude. Either way, I appreciate you grabbing the signed CD, dog. And Sasquatch says, Joe's Real Barbecue just turned 30 in Gilbert. Best bar. Oh, I'm still going there on Saturdays, working too much. Oregon barbecue kind of sucks so far. Yeah, dude. Yeah, food in Oregon, every time I've been out there, has been kind of like real hit or miss. There's some spots, like I like, well, I mean, you're kind of like deeper in Oregon. I've only been to Portland. But Joe's Real Barbecue, I'll look that up. Joe's Real Barbecue. Oh, it's already in my want to go. That's funny. You already have it saved. All right, I'm gonna add your note. Watch from stream said it was good. Sick. Hey, I added that one too, Sasquatch. Thank you. Dark Ray lol. Yeah, my bad, dude. But next time we see each other in LA, dude, let me know. I'll be like, yo, it's me, Dark Ray. And I'm like, hey, heck yeah. So I'm sure I got your real name when I met you. And Sasquatch says, the only good barbecue spot is a Hawaiian barbecue spot. Dale's, 2 hours, 20 minutes drive for him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, yeah, it's, it's so far from the south, I'm sure. Do you have like Lucille's or anything? Lucille's is like a chain, but yeah, they usually give me my barbecue fix. But they are expensive too. But low key, I actually know the family that owns Lucille's. Or like I used to work with like the husband of the Lucille's family. We used to both do code stuff, so it was like super sick. Oh wait, they have a keychain, therefore no, yeah, I probably should. And Joe's Real Barbecue is an insane baked potato salad. Oh my god, insane baked potato that's 2 pounds without toppings and a meat top salad. That sounds hella good. Oh dude, I'm so hungry. Also, look, because I have to trying to buy less bubble wrap. I'm trying to save money, so I bought this device to like let me cut cardboard. Can you hear it in the mic? Oh, you can't. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's like a wee. But now I can just like. So I'm super hyped on that. It's like a little. And Skyr says too much potato. I know, dude. Yeah, I gotta get more into eating potatoes, low key. They got protein in them. Oh, my leg. Dun, dun. Saw an Instagram reel that was like, I made steak. It was like a really big influencer, and she's a woman. I think she's from Canada, but she was like, girl dinner. I made steak, but it's girl dinner because there's no dude around saying, look at all the gains, protein. I was like, damn. She called me out for real. The Dales is 2 hours away. Pendleton has a Rodeo Whiskey West. Okay, cool. That's sick, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, one of my one of my good buddies, he lives in Portland. So I don't know. I got lots of like ties out to Oregon, low key. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get out there more often. That in Seattle, dude. But yeah. Hey, what else were we talking about? Let me check. Oh yeah, so after I got sushi and stuff, pretty much a big reason why Frank stayed till Thursday was because Frank's good buddies with another AZ, like, I guess, creative person. Their name is Uncle Joe. They're actually on Twitch as well, and their streams are hella wild. I love their stuff. But yeah, so they host a karaoke night every Wednesday. So we went to that, and that was super fun. And like, yeah, it was a good time. I tried to make new friends, and yeah, I tried talking to this one person because like I saw they were like alone, and like Frank had their own friends. Not that like I couldn't be friends with Frank's friends, but you know what I'm trying to say. But there's someone there that was alone, and I thought they were friends with Uncle Joe. So I went up to them and I was like, "Hey, like, are you friends with Uncle Joe?" And they're like, "Nah, I just like karaoke." And then we were talking for a bit, but they were like also like super hardcore. They had like tattoos like head to toe, and I was like, hell yeah, what's up? I tried like being like, "Yo, what bands are you into?" And we had like no bands in common, and I was like, "Oh no." And I was like, "You like Big Ass Truck?" And she was like, "Yeah, Big Ass Truck is cool." But other than that, it was like not much we had in common. So I was like, "All right, well, it was cool to meet you." So yeah. Oh, Sasquatch says, Daddy's Board Shop. Okay, sick. I'll check them out next time I'm in Portland. I'll check it out, dude. Heck yeah. That's cool. You know all the board shop history and lore of Oregon, or I guess specifically the Pacific Northwest. Actually, I want to put this like this. Actually, no, I was doing it right. This is going to Ian. But yeah, so that was super sick. And then we got like Chiba Hut after, which is like a sandwich shop. I think I mentioned it last time. My buddies are super into it. It's like a weed themed sandwich shop. And then yeah, and another thing like me and Frank did the whole time was like all like the downtime we were just like chilling at my house. You know, Frank used to do a lot of YouTube, so they watched a lot of YouTube. So we were just like showing each other YouTube videos. Frank would just put on like the most random like 4-hour retrospective on a specific level in Earthbound. Like they're like super deep into those kinds of videos. And I remember I showed him a video that was trying to beat Minecraft while following all the rules of Islam. And Frank was like, "What the heck is this?" And yeah, so me and Frank were just it was a good old time. It was cool to see him. Yeah, I need to make a trip out to LA sometime just to like catch up with everybody. Speaking of you know, maybe do a show. Try to revive. I do like a little like crystal throwback for Dark Ray. Or just everyone really, but I'm trying to say. Sasquatch says my homie Andrew, his shop, Dirt Skates, has used and new longboards. Online in shop. Okay, cool, yeah, man. That's it. Yeah, next time, I don't know. I'll check it out when I get the chance. He keeps finding you ultra rare longboards that are 14 years old. Hey, that's sick, dude. Yeah, because I know some people will like buy a board and like they'll like probably like, you know, never use it. So like, yeah, I want to get into skating, but I just didn't have the chance. You know what I mean? And they end up like having like this really sick board just sitting in the garage somewhere. So that's cool that they're finding them and like letting you check them out, dude. That's sick. Sick. But yeah, what else happened? And then I think that was about it. Yeah, just hanging out, good old time. Yeah. So what's today's national holiday? National Goof Off Day? National Bavarian Crepes Day? Dude, how do y'all feel about crepes? I wish I could eat more crepes, but they're always so expensive. It's just a thin pancake. It's like, dog, isn't it just like flour and milk? Like, why does this cost so much? But they're so good, so I'm like angry because I'm like, I want to eat more crepes, but they cost so much. And Sasquatch says he found me a Sector 9 downhill. That's sick, dude. That's so sick. Yeah, congrats on getting that, dude. They're hooking it up. They're insanely, yeah, you know, I know, yeah, dude, that's what's up. But yeah, shouts out to crepes, dude. But somebody, I don't know, that's maybe a business idea, how to make a budget crepes. So I'd love to just pull up somewhere, grab like 3 crepes for like $10 or something. That'd be super sick. Eli says maybe you should try to make homemade crepes. I could, yeah. But I feel like you need a lot. You need a lot of random ingredients. Like you need like powdered sugar, and then like raspberries. Like you know what I mean? Like it'd be like a whole operation. That's something you do for like a date night. You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's try to make crepes. Cause you know what I mean? I just feel like I need more crepes in my life. That makes sense. Yeah, maybe I'll write that down. When I rewatch the VOD, date night idea. Make crepes with somebody. Find somebody to make crepes with. And then make a bunch of them so I can finally just I've had like a 10-year-long craving for crepes, if that makes any sense. Thank you, Eli. I appreciate you pushing me to live my dreams, man. Oh yeah, and Sasquatch was saying that one board sold for $500 on eBay. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're super sick. But yeah, so shouts out to crepes. What else happened? International Seal Day. World Water Day. Hey, shouts out to water, dude. I have to get more water. Oh, Dark Matter. I think I've had a crepe before. Yeah, so pretty much, Dark Matter, a crepe is just like they just essentially get like a special like spatula thing, and it's just a pancake. But they make it super mega thin, and then you roll it up into like a little like what's it called? Almost like a, I don't know, roll up, and it's just rolled up. It's just like a really thin pancake that's just rolled up into like a little like a, I want to say a taquito. Almost. It's low-key like a taquito, but it's a pancake. And you can make them savory or sweet. So some people sometimes will put like, you know, fried chicken in it or something, so it's almost like chicken and waffles or something like that. Or they'll put like, I don't know, like, you know, salmon, just like something to make it taste really savory. So it's like a pancake salmon thing. But most of them tend to be sweet. So they'll put like, you know, fruit, powdered sugar, syrup and stuff. And they're hella good. It's just like, again, they just cost so much. So I don't know, Dark Master, it's definitely like something worth trying. But like, you're going to be like, dang, I ate like a third of a pancake. I'm still hungry. Why did this cost $10? You know what I mean? So yeah, but it is hella good. Sasquatch says Belgian waffles are fire. Dude, Belgian waffles are hella fire. I also wish I could eat more Belgian waffles, but I hate cleaning the waffle maker for Belgian waffles. They're so annoying. So yeah. And yo, Lane, dude, it's been a minute. How you been? Yo, what up? Just want to stop by and say while taking a break, painting miniatures, eating dinner. Hey, that's what's up, dude. I'm so hungry, Lane. But dude, thanks for stopping by, man. How you been? How's the miniature painting going? I hope you and your partner are doing well. And yeah, what's new with the Warhammer 40K lore? And then Sasquatch Soccer Extreme Racer, fire, soundtrack's fire. I feel that. Yeah, I remember last time you mentioned the last time you stopped by Sasquatch. Like everything you're saying. We were talking about the soundtrack being dank and like how it's actually challenging. Eli says, I love chicken and waffles, dude. Same, dude. What I love is that I found out the history of them is that pretty much what happened is like back in the jazz days, because they would get out of like you know, like so a lot of jazz musicians, they would play their like night shows and stuff like that. And usually when you like do a show that's like late night, you don't get out until like 3 or 4 in the morning after you're done like breaking down and everything like that. But usually, you know, you're kind of hungry, so you just try to find somewhere to eat. And they would go to diners, and the diners would have a bunch of like, you know, leftover fried chicken from dinner time, but they were prepping for like breakfast service. So essentially what would happen is that like, you know, like, oh, like what's the cheapest thing I can get right now? And they're like, oh, well, you know, we have a bunch of leftover chicken. We can give you that. And then also we're like getting ready for breakfast. So we have a bunch of like waffles. And they were both like the 2 cheapest items on the menu. So they were like, get them both. And that's how chicken and waffles was invented by a bunch of like jazz musicians in America having to eat food at that specific time. You know what I mean? And also needing to save money. So yeah, I love that fact. It's so sick. And Sasquatch says, still trying to get a physical copy of the new Resident Evil, but Capcom sold out. On Taxi, that's wild, dude. Even Walmart 10 getting, oh dang, that's wild. And Lane says, things have been good. Just hung out with my girl this week. Went to get some Mexican food at a restaurant that a buddy I knew from elementary school co-owns. Oh, dude, that's so sick, man. Yo, that's what's up. Shouts out to buddies from school co-owning restaurants. That is so awesome. I don't think I have any. Well, I have my buddy Aaron that co-owns Lucille's, but it's like a family restaurant. So like, you know what I mean, he like married into it. That's so sick though, dude. All the way from elementary school. That's so cool. I met Aaron at work. I didn't grow up with him. You know what I mean? So that's just, I don't know, it's just so cool to be like, dang, like we went to school together. Now I'm eating your food, dude. You know what I mean? This is your food. That's so sick. And Sushi Ninja, dude, yo, it's been a minute. How you been? Good to see you. I don't know if you saw I moved. I still have your perfect blue thing right here. And it's funny because actually, I was just talking about how I had a friend visit, and I was, you know, they saw your print. And they were like, oh, that's sick. I love Perfect Blue. And I was like, honestly, I haven't seen it. Sushi Ninja just sent it to me. And he was like, you want to watch it? So I've watched Perfect Blue. It is a good movie. And now I'm like, I understand the context of like everything from the movie now. And yeah, you crushed it. Especially like the scene where she like, you know, does the blood on the face. I especially like that. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for sending this over again, dude. I still got it loud and proud if you can see it on the screen. You're on Instagram, so it might be hard, but it's like right behind these little like social media indicators. But yeah. Heck yeah, Sushi Ninja, good to see you. How's your Sunday, dude? And Lane says, oh, now that we're talking about Belgian waffles, I might get some in the morning. Dude, you should, dude. I need to get some too. Keeping it real. And Dark Master says, Perfect Blue is fantastic. It really was, dude. I also like the little twist at the end. I was like, dang. Like, I haven't seen a good twist in a movie in a minute. So that was really cool to see. I was like, yo. Don't want to spoil it, but yeah, the twist in Perfect Blue was really wild. And Sushi Ninja says, hell yeah. Yeah, thank you again. And also, I don't know, I follow you now, and I saw your, you've been killing on the cosplay too. I saw you, I always forget her name, but the one girl from Cowboy Bebop, I was like, hey, hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, Faye Valentine. Hey, it's your first con, dude. Hope you had a good time. How was your first con? Oh, and Dark Master says, I saw it in theaters last year. It was my second time seeing it on the silver screen. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, I don't know if I ever see it in theaters. I'll definitely go check it out. Actually, I missed it because my buddies went and they I mean, it wasn't their fault, but they didn't invite me and I didn't know. Or I might have been busy that day. I'm gonna keep it real. It's not even their fault. I always be working. They might have just been like, nah, Aaron's probably busy, that's all me. But yes, Sushi Ninja says, awesome, got around to watching it. Can't wait to, oh my god. I went to MegaCon this past weekend. Sick, Sushi Ninja. Yeah, but I don't know, if you get a chance, I'd be stoked to hear your con impressions. What'd you think? Da, 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 da. But yeah. That's also International Seal Day today, I guess. Like, you know, like, or. What's wild is one of my favorite like travel stories. I mean, it's kind of brutal. That's not that brutal, but one of my favorite travel stories. Yeah, I'll tell it right now. Let me put this inside this thing. Dark Master art. Yeah. But yeah, so for International Seal Day, I guess. One of my favorite travel stories is I went to like a trip in South Africa with one of my coworkers. Like we all like traveled out there to do like a whole like not like code thing, but anyways, so we're in Cape Town, South Africa, and like on the pier in Cape Town, they have like a place just for you to like look at seals. Cause I guess they like hop up from the water and they're like, I'm hanging out, you know what I mean? And so there's like a big glass wall just between you and like some wild seals, and you can just watch them. It's really cute. But so I was with my one coworker, and she was like a smaller Asian woman, and like, you know, we were just, so she was like, you know, we're all hanging out, it's a good old time, we get up next to the glass, and there's two seals, right? And they don't look happy. They start like growling at each other, like they start like biting each other, and she's like looking closely because like one of them bit, and like you can see the, like, you know, they bit into the other seal, and she was like, oh my god, like he really hurt him. And there's another seal that was just laying there, saw she got too close and just and just smacked the shit out of the glass, dude, and she screamed and ran. But it was scary because the seal was like, what you think you looking at? You know what I mean? I was like, damn. But yeah, it was really funny. It was really funny, but I felt bad because it was kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I also was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. So shouts out to International Seal Day. They don't mess around. But Sushi just says, I also did a 40, 100 pound squats and heels. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. The sergeant told me I was gonna take them off, and I said, ain't that part of the challenge? That's comedy, Sushi Ninja. Yeah, I saw that on your story as well. Yeah, you were doing the squats. Now that you mentioned it, I had like the flashback of like scrolling on Instagram, I'm like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was like for the esports thing, right? But yeah, that is super sick. You did in heels. That's kind of wild. And Calm was sick. Lots of cool cosplays. None of Cowboy Bebop representation. Only saw one other, and it was Spike. Okay, I feel it. Yeah, that's the thing about like anime. There's so many now that it's like hard to like link up with like other people who are like cosplaying the same thing. You have to like kind of coordinate it because there's like so many good anime now. But either way, I'm glad to hear you had like a good first con experience. I'm probably gonna go to. I gotta put on my calendar. Phoenix Fan Fusion. That's like the biggest con out here every year. I went last year and it was super sick. And they had Hayden Christensen from Star Wars Episode 3. So like everyone was a Jedi. And thankfully I ran into a bunch of people. They're like, oh shit, are you Groovy Kaiju? And I was like, hey, what's up? So I got to meet a bunch of people. It was really cool. Yeah, I love conventions. Sushi Ninja, I would definitely go to another. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're really good time. It's just a good way to like spend time with friends. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, on that note, actually, let me add it to my calendar real quick. Yeah, I'm like actually starving. I feel the rumbly in my tummy. But I don't like the Phoenix Fan Fusion website because it's like, I don't know, someone who used to run events, I'm like, dude, who, what, when, where, why? You know what I mean? They always forget like the when and where. It's like I don't you know what I mean? It's not, I can't find it. Okay, June 5th through the 7th. Okay, thank God. We'll do all day. Cool. One. Sick. Dark Master says, I haven't been to a con before, but I'm going to Dragon Ball Battle Hour for my birth month next month. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a fun time. I've never heard of Dragon Ball. What's Dragon Ball Battle Hour about? I like Dragon Ball. Battle Hour sounds like a good time. You know what I mean? So, sounds like you'll have a blast. And Sushi Ninja says, I did Cowboy Bebop painting in the same style, the perfect blue. If I get a Disney Santa, I'll send you a copy of that one too. Hey, dude, hey. I mean, if you don't mind, I'll hang it up. I need to change the camera angle so I can show off art more. But dude, yeah, I mean, feel free to let me know. I mean, that's super sick. Thank you. Heck yeah. I just like sharing my art with those who appreciate it. I don't have a big enough following to make money off of it. Well, I feel it, yeah. Oh yeah, you get started somewhere, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude. But I always say too, it doesn't hurt to like, you know, make like a little like store or something. Even if like it's just sitting there, like, you know what I mean? Because you never know. You never know. But either way, dude, I'm glad to hear you want to share your art. I appreciate it, dude. That's sick. Heck yeah. Yeah, my bad. I feel my brain being like, stop everything you're doing, go eat food. I'm gonna make some popcorn right now. Or do I have anything I can just grab? Oh, Dark Master says the update about ongoing games and new games. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Let's look like a fun time, Dark Master. Just talking about Dragon Ball. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'd be stoked to go to that. Dark Master, eat, brother. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab like a snack real quick. But yeah, I feel you want to try to get your art out there, Sushi Ninja. I mean, like, dead ass. I mean, that's what I'm doing with the whole free CD thing. So, you know what I mean. And then Sushi Ninja, where would I make a store? Any website recommendations? Because I have thought about it, but no idea where to start one. So it depends on, like, you know, I know it's wild to say, but it depends on your budget and stuff. If you're getting prints made yourself, low key, I would say do like a Shopify. Because Shopify, then you can like handle everything end to end, and they don't take a cut. And you can like ship out stuff because you already know how to ship out stuff for stuff and everything. So I think that's kind of a benefit, but it does cost money though to own a Shopify. Oh, Cherry Cola, good to see you. How you doing, Cherry Cola? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday? Oh, yeah, Dark Master spitting, dude. Do a Etsy. That's the right answer. The only thing about Etsy is, so for you, Sushi Ninja, Etsy is 1,000,000,000% the answer. Easy. Etsy's free, and they'll actually promote your stuff for you. The only downside of Etsy is that they'll take a cut. I think it's like a 15% cut. Shopify takes no cut, but you have to pay every month to keep the store up. But since, you know, again, you're just like getting started, Etsy would be 100% it. Yeah, I've used it before. I have lots of friends that have used it before, and yeah. And then Etsy still lets you ship everything yourself, so you like save a lot from that. You have to like be proud of the man and all that. So yeah. So you guys might have convinced me to start an online shop. Okay, sick. Yeah, dude. I would just do Etsy, and like, you know, just take pictures of your prints and stuff and put them on Etsy, and see what happens. And again, like worst case scenario, like, you know, you might have a friend that's like, no, I want to support. They'll like throw you like $5 on Etsy or something. You'll be good to go. Okay, Etsy it is. I'll look into it. Sick. Heck yeah. And it's free to start, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. And then Man the Rivals, Tokyo Extreme Racer, Sasquatch says, is memorable. Yeah, dude, Tokyo Extreme Racer is sick. Gundam Body Cut, Subaru Car Boss is wild. Heck yeah, dude. And Cherry Cola's doing good. I'm glad to hear, Cherry Cola. Glad to hear your Sunday's going good. And good luck, G. Yeah, good luck with the Etsy, Sushi Ninja. But I'd be super stoked to see you make one. Because I don't know. It's just, again, it's just nice to have. You never know. Oh yeah. But okay, I'm gonna go see. Oh, actually, I'll just make a cup of noodles. What am I talking about? I'll make some cup of noodles real quick. Oh my god. There's a grasshopper in my house. I wish I had a camera. But I have to go handle this grasshopper real quick. See if my cats will get it. How are these grasshoppers getting in here? All right. Dio, you gotta get to work, man. Oh, this is a donut. Dio, it's your turn. Your time to shine, dog. Ugh. I'm sorry, Dio. Dio, look. You see that guy over there? Can you grab him? Oh, Dio, look! No! Look, Dio! Cat, please! Oh, god damn it. I tried to get my cat to attack the grasshopper. It said no. I'm sorry, y'all. You're gonna have to hear me. I wish I had a camera. Ugh. How are these grasshoppers getting inside the house? No, I missed. I should just step on it myself. Actually, I think I can hit it. No, I missed twice. Oh, 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 oh. I'm gonna step on it. Wait, let me check chat. I'm sorry, you guys don't have to watch me fight a grasshopper. Worry. All right, cool. Oh, it's in my bathroom now too. You know, I'd probably put it on there. I don't know. Oh, okay, I got him. That was easy. How are grasshoppers getting inside my house? That's crazy. I just want to eat some food, y'all. I'm sorry I'm running back and forth. But yeah. let me boil some water. Clean up this grasshopper. My cats didn't help. They're over here sleeping. Dun, dun. Yeah, there was one that got in the house yesterday, but the cats were able to like grab him. But I guess this time they're like, nah, Grasshopper's our friend now. It's like, no, he's not, dude. Grasshopper is not our friend. Man equals 1. Grasshopper 0. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thankfully I'm hunting the man. God damn, now I can't sleep tonight because I'm gonna be thinking, hold on, I'm gonna be like, what if a grasshopper gets inside? You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you, Sky. Sasquatch grasshopper use evade, it was super effective. It really did. I tried throwing my shoes at it because I don't like how they jump, dude. I don't like, yeah. Derek Master says grasshopper wins 99% of the time. Definitely. Oh, and you should make your next cover some of my tunes. Yeah, feel free. Only thing I would say is whatever tunes you want to use, just upload them to YouTube first, unlisted, to make sure that you don't get no copyright issues. You shouldn't. But yeah, I would just check that first, and as long as it, you know, then I would say use it. Feel free. I don't mind. Just give me credit. You know what I mean? Just be like, yo. Oh, Jack. I just made something god awful. Anyways, I'm gonna head off to bed and catch some sleep. Take it easy, man. Yo, dude, thanks for taking the advice, checking out FL, and yeah, dude, enjoy your sleep and catch you around, dude. Take it easy, Jack. Oh, and also I have my phone. I can see the chat still, but I'm making a cup of noodles. I'll bring it back in. I'll eat it with y'all. Where the heck did the grasshopper come from? I'm still tripping on that. Maybe it came from this Amazon box I brought in earlier, but it was like dead ass a full-grown grasshopper. That's closed. Huh. Well, while that's boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and... Whee! We made it! Dark Master says, all credit and blessings. I wanted to ask first if it was okay. Yeah, dude. And I will for sure. Copyright sucks. I copyrighted for a song I didn't even use on YouTube for a short. Dang. Yeah, that's the thing, is that copyright detection on YouTube is kind of goofy. It's like, I don't know, it's so like, you know, take your stuff down first, ask questions later type of attitude. It's a bit of a bummer. I wish it wasn't like that. Ooh. But yeah, we just gotta pack 3 more CDs and then we're all packed up on CDs and stuff. Then we're all done. Oh yeah. Give him one of each of these. And hey, Kakuritsu? That's a sick name, dude. Bro, you always have such a nice vibe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the kind words. I'm glad to hear I always have a nice vibe. How's your Sunday going, dude? How you feeling? And one last thing, what Frank, that was cool that we talked about. I remember at some point, Frank got a little loose off the juice after karaoke, and they had a few drinks, and they were like, you know, we both got into our woke moment. We were both just talking about being like a better word, like people of color and vaporwave, and that was really nice to talk about that. Because a lot of vaporwave stuff tends to be people from like Europe and stuff like that, and there's not a problem with that, but it was just like cool to be like, you know what I mean, we're both from LA and stuff like that, and just like, I don't know, it's less about like our identity, but more about like what we, you know, the cultural, what we bring to it. Like Frank has a whole song about like horchata, you know what I mean, that's so sick, you know what I mean. I have songs that sample Baby Boy, you know what I mean. So it's just like those little cool things we both get to bring into the genre from being, you know what I mean, from our own like cultures. And Dark Master says, yeah, specifically for like skating, which is always aligned with music most of the time. But I don't mind, I'm still getting good footy, good views. Hey, that's what's up. Takes your snippet I've done. All right, sick. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, I had to stop filming myself skating because I end up getting hurt every time I try to film myself these days. Which is a bit of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, A-OK, give me a shout out. What's up? Thank you, A-OK, I appreciate it, dog. If you're seeing this by any chance. Ooh. All right, hopefully my water's done boiling. I'm so hungry, dude. Dark Master said that's why I like Future Funk. I've been listening to a lot of Aeon Member. Hey, dude, that's a real one. Aeon Member is so sick. I miss them. We used to work together all the time. And Bluntside is also super sick. I love Bluntside. Heck yeah, dude. I love both their stuff so much. Yeah, one of these days, me and Aeon Member will have like one last collab or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in so long, but I hope they're doing good. They're so cool. But sick. Let me make this cup of noodles. I'll be back. That's crazy. There was a goddamn grasshopper in here. Still tripping on that. Let me wash my hands too. My bad. I forgot to put the chat, but I'm literally just I'm coming back with a fork right now. A fork and noodles. But yeah, I was telling y'all when the stream started, I was like, dude, we're getting invaded by grasshoppers out here in Phoenix. How are they getting? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a broken record. Y'all probably like, bro, who cares? It's just a bug. I don't know. I don't like bugs, man. It's one of my phobias, low key. I don't like bugs. But it's kind of funny because like Godzilla and Mafia and all that. But yeah. New Plague of Egypt, Skyer Lamau. Yeah. That's comedy. But Dark Master says, but there are some vaporwave tracks that, if I can remember, take some inspo, sample from Soul and Funk. Love to hear that collab. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm just okay to hear your stuff too. You're saying you're taking inspiration. Yeah, there's still so many, I don't know, deep cuts that need to be vaporwaved still. Woe be mildly upon ye. Yeah. What's funny too is that Sky, when I was looking at like what are the national holidays today, one of them was like Talk Like Shakespeare Day. So now here we are. It came true. Shakespeare kind of talked like that, didn't he? Right? A little bit. But yeah, but what else I want to bring up? I'm so excited to eat these cup noodles, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Yeah, Zaku started streaming. Oh, it was also wild. Did you see that Chance the Rapper sued his like old manager? But the thing that's like kind of silly is that he sued him for like $2.5 million. Because there wasn't a contract, the jury only gave him $35. Gave him like half of an Xbox game. I was like, damn. But like, why give him any money at all? Why 35? Like, this is kind of like rude, you know what I mean? Why only 35? They're like, you know, he owes you a nice dinner. Oh, Sasquatch says, my entire high school in Arizona was covered in grasshoppers near graduation. I didn't know grasshoppers were like that out here, dude. Well, yeah, I guess Sasquatch, we're having another grasshopper season right now. Because it's been so hot, so they've been like thriving. Literally thousands of them, you couldn't walk without stepping. That's crazy, dude. That's like worst nightmare for me. Because I don't like killing stuff, you know what I mean? You know, I don't like to try to avoid killing bugs when I can. But like, grasshopper is where I draw the line. Especially because of Bug's Life, dude. Bug's Life made me anti-grasshopper. Dr. Master says, I've been more on the guitar side, but if I ever get my hands on some digital equipment, I'll definitely try to learn it. So yeah, this jam session, sick. Don't mess with grasshoppers, they banging for real. Exactly, dude. They're wildin'. Sasquatch, it was like a biblical plague level of grasshoppers. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're definitely getting plagued by grasshoppers right now. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Sick, and this is the last CD. And then I can eat some cup of noodles. Yay! We did it! But yeah, what else is going on? Oh yeah. Just watching more and more. I took a bunch of screenshots because like my buddy mentioned it while we were at the skate park, like, damn, there's a lot of grasshoppers out right now. And then like literally that same night on the news, it was like, yep, we're getting played by grasshoppers. And I was like, oh no. Oh my god, that was so loud. But what else is going on? We got sushi, mentioned that already. Oh, what was wild is, I mean, it's pretty wild. But we couldn't do it. But at the Mexican food place that Frank, Rough Patch, and I all went to, I guess they have like a specific table where they put up like a plaque that was like George Bush, the president of America, sat here once. Because I guess at some point he visited Arizona. And they like pretty much like made like a special table where it was like George Bush once sat here. You know what I mean? So we were like, bro, we gotta get the George Bush table. Because why not? But there was somebody already there, and we were like, dang. She was on her phone just scrolling on TikTok. It was kind of silly. All right, it's finally noodles time. Oh, did you see, so this is, I don't know, this might be too specific, but did y'all see that Jack Harlow's releasing an R&B album? And because of that, people have been making like a bunch of like AI music covers, like kind of making fun of the fact that like he's making like he's like, I guess like he said some wild stuff where he was like, oh, because I'm making R&B now, I'm like become blacker. And everyone was like, no, bro, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? It's kind of like out of touch. So because of that, people were like kind of like clowning on him by making like some really funny like album covers of like him replaced other like iconic like African American albums. And instead of damn, it was darn. And the funniest one, or one of the funniest ones, was instead of D'Angelo's brown sugar, they like photoshopped his face over D'Angelo to say white sugar, which is hella funny. And then yeah, there's all kinds of funny ones. My personal favorite is have you heard of there's an album, like one of the best albums of all time is like The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And instead of putting Lauryn Hill's face, they replaced it with Jack Harlow's and it said The Gentrification of Lauryn Hill. I was like, damn. I got you, bro. They really cooking you right now. They cooking you in the comments, bro. So that was really silly. Oh, and dude, I'm getting a Buc-ee's near me, dude. I'm so hyped. I've never been to Buc-ee's or Bussies. But yeah, I guess like on the other side of town, they're opening a Buc-ee's. I'm about to road trip over there so quick. I think it's gonna be in June during summer. That's pretty wild, but yeah. Yeah, I'll have to like go with some homies to Buc-ee's for the first time. Y'all are from all over, right? Has anyone here been to Buc-ee's before? I know a lot of us are like in the middle of nowhere too, low key. But hell yeah. I was so hungry. Sky says, I've never seen a Buc-ee's. Damn. Well, I'll have to give the Buc-ee's review when mine finally opens near me, dude. Dark Master, dude, they're breaking a Buc-ee's in Arizona. Yes, but according to ABC 15 Arizona, Buc-ee's is opening on June 22nd in Goodyear, Arizona. So I think Goodyear is like on the west side of Phoenix. My buddy that I skate with, funny enough, lives on that side of town. Yeah. It's actually right next to like one of my favorite skate parks, low key. Yeah, it's right next to, remember how I was mentioning I skate at Festival Field, that one skate park? Yeah, like it's gonna be opening right around there, which is kind of funny. Yeah, dude, we about to get a Buc-ee's. I'm so hyped. Let's go. I'm gonna try that. Does Buc-ee's have like a brisket or something? Let's get that Buc-ee's brisket. I'm also glad that they finally made a couple of noodles like actually microwavable. Like I use like I have a kettle, but I remember growing up, my brother would always like eat like the styrofoam cup of noodles and just microwave it and just be like, yeah, you know, tastes good with all this extra cancerous styrofoam that I just microwaved. You know what I mean? So yeah. And yeah, dude, Dark Master, exactly. I'm gonna get all the snacks from Buc-ee's and then go skate right after. It's gonna be so sick. Oh, you recommend the jerky? Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked to try everything at Buc-ee's, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta use the bathroom there too. Apparently that's like one of the selling points, right? It's like how clean the bathrooms are. So I'm about to understand what makes Buc-ee's so special. Also, did y'all see they figured out who Banksy was finally? He's just like an old British dude. Which, I don't know why in my head, he just seemed like I had him in my head as like, just like a British, like young, like fashion icon for some reason. Like I thought he, for some reason, I felt like he was like infinitely 25. If that makes sense. But then I thought about it, I was like, actually no, Banksy's been around for a minute. Like there's no way he was just always 25. You know what I mean? So yeah. And Dark Master said, perfect place to take a dump and feel free. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Also, Banksy, I think he had an art venue. And he probably did. Yeah, Banksy is like one of like the most iconic like street artists of all time. Like everyone's seen a Banksy before, like in memes and stuff like that, especially. But yeah, they found out he was like an old British dude. But that's cool. You had like an art venue thing you have to check out in SF. Yeah, he probably did because he's like kind of prolific. Also, what was super sick? Gotta give my mans his flowers. Young Bay posted a hella funny story where it was like him with Hello Kitty at like Universal Studios, and he was like, haters gotta realize I've been knowing important people. And I was like, Lamau. Also, what's been nice too is I don't know about, he might be Doctor Who. He might be Dark Master, you never know. But also what's hella been nice lately is I feel like, I think I've said it a couple times on stream that like sometimes money comes and goes. I mean, I feel like I really got to live that recently because it was like last couple of years was really tough money wise, but like ever since like beginning of this year, I've just been low key getting checks for stuff, and I'm like, yo, thank God, finally. Even like I canceled my internet thing, like when I switched to this new place, my old internet was like, bro, we owe you $6, and they mailed me a check for just $6, and I was like, that's crazy. They even, you know what I mean? That's crazy. They gave me $6 just randomly, and I was like, hey, hell yeah. I was like, dude, that's what can I buy with $6? I don't know. It's like actually, there's a banh mi place next to me where I can get a banh mi for $6. So they just got me a sandwich. And Young Beta Goat, hell yeah, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta eat all these noodles. It's so hot. Arizona tea? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been at Arizona in a while. Just because I've kind of been like slowing down on sugar. Even then, Arizona's like, it's a pretty good amount of sugar, I'm not gonna lie. The added sugar, but it's not as bad as like a Coca-Cola or something. But yeah, I've been slowing down on sugar. But I don't know, you get the diet green teas. I miss those. But yeah. What else is going on? Oh yeah. Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to keep my brain active. I'm still so hungry. Yeah, as I'm actively eating food. Also, one thing that was like super sick that I saw, but I've been kind of like following it for a while, but there was a guy named, I think his name was Sadzilla, and he was like a nerdcore anime rapper. And he did a challenge where he was like, I'm gonna release a song every day for a year. And I was like, that's insane. And he kept up to it for I think like 5 months. So he did like 100 and something songs where every day he was just dropping a verse. And it was wild. Like some of the songs were like popping off. But after a while he had to stop because like he wasn't really getting the results he expected. And I guess he like explained in the video that like just taking like it's insane. Like it's so much work. Like you have to sacrifice so much to make it happen. So I eventually gave up. But a big point he was trying to make was that like he eventually hit a point where like more music wasn't really like helping his career. And he was kind of like, he's like, I'm like a perfect like case study now of like AI music, because like generating more music isn't necessarily gonna create a career for you. And so like all the AI artists are like trying to like, just generate like 1,000 songs and then one of them be good, right? And like he found out like, nah, he released a song every single day. And you start getting really diminishing returns really fast because all the algorithms can't even like handle, like music algorithms aren't really built for that, and like your fans aren't really like built for like, yo, every day gotta listen to the, you know what I mean? So yeah, because you didn't even have time to like actually like sit with the music. So yeah, I thought that was like a really cool challenge and experiment. And then, oh, another thing Frank was showing me, have y'all ever heard of Too Slimy, the rapper? There's a new rapper that's like very controversial called Too Slimy because all of their beats are like just like end game level of just like clipping bass, and like the way they rap is just very like, so you can't really understand what he's doing, but they're like blowing up right now. Like they're getting super big. But yeah, you can't really understand. I mean, I can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm the boomer, but I can't really understand what he's saying. And there's like so much auto-tune on his voice, and the beats are just like hyper pop, but like hyper pop. It's wild, like super ridiculous how much the bass is clipping. And that Dark Max says, I think craft specifically albums and singles should take the time, like you said, the listeners, because yeah, exactly. Like you gotta let people like, I don't know. There's been lots of stuff that I've lots of music that I found that like, you know, I just didn't have really the time to sit down and like really let it digest, and I'd be like, I don't like this, but then like, you know, if I were to give like a few more listens or just have time to like really, you know, think about it, then yeah. Like for example, the new Mac Miller and Thundercat song, first time I heard it I was like, it's okay, and now, you know, I give it one more chance and let it sit with me, dude. Now it's like my favorite song as of lately. Like I play it every day like the past few weeks or past couple weeks. So yeah. Oh, and Sasquatch says Lee's sandwich is a killer. Yeah, I heard of Lee's. They had them a bunch in SoCal too. Yeah, Lee is super sick. The only thing I don't like about Lee's is that their bread is a little hard. There's a place out here called like, I think like the Quad Quan out here in Phoenix, Sasquatch, and like their banh mi's are really sick. It's like a sit down restaurant too, but for some reason the banh mi's are like $6. And I'm like, so I always get two, and I'm always like super full after. Yeah, Lee's is hella dank, but I don't know, it's just their bread. It's like, I feel like I'm chewing rocks sometimes. And Dark Master says, I haven't heard of Too Slimy, but I probably have the same opinion as you. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of wild to say, but like I would say, check it out, Dark Master, just so you know what's out there, man. Like I'm not gonna say like listen to it, but like, you know, I gotta respect the creativity. I'm not gonna lie. He's obviously finding an audience, so I can't hate. I'm like, hey, do your thing. You know what I mean? It's just wild, but like, you know what I mean? So yeah. And Master Frylock, dude, that's such a sick name. What's up, Master Frylock? Just popped in for a second, but I love your stuff, Kaiju. Been following you for a minute. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, dog. Have you heard of Exile Society? Yes, actually, I was just hanging out with my buddy Frank. He's friends with like Rav and Kill Bill and all them. And I've hung out with Rav a couple times. Rav is super. I love Rav. Rav's super nice dude. And yeah, I've like popped through Kill Bill streams a couple times. I've never actually met Kill Bill, but yeah, I've heard of Exile Society. They're all like they're all mutual friends of mine through my buddy Frank. And yeah, I've actually listened to like I think every song Kill Bill's ever made, because I was like trying to like, you know, because to your point, like have you heard it? Like people kept asking me if I knew about him, so I was like, let me just listen to every song Kill Bill ever dropped. And yeah, so yeah, I like all of the Kill Bill songs. You know what I mean? So yeah. Lee is a woke up secret. So the thing about Lee's Sasquatch, super random, but one of my like closest buddies out here in Newport, they actually like grew up like in the Asian district, if I'm not mistaken, in Mesa. So because of that, like they actually like have like specifically Vietnamese food, and they actually like I think they were with someone for a long time who was Vietnamese. So the first thing when I first moved out here to Sasquatch, Newport was like, bro, we gotta go to Lee's. So like Yeah, because I have that one specific friend. To your point, like it's a well-kept secret, but like I know enough locals that I get to know about the secret. So yeah. And Dark Master says, I'm an old soul, no lies, so I have to break it every now and then. Yeah. When you hear Dark Master, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's crazy. I want to like it though. I want to like Too Slimy. I'm probably gonna listen to it more because I want to understand like what people see in it. But I think it's just interesting. You know what I mean? It's just something different, which I appreciate. But Sasquatch says, if I can't understand a rapper, I don't want to listen to it. I feel that. I'm super picky. And Boquan is good. I've been okay. Sick. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I feel you about being picky on rap too. Yeah, I feel like I have an open mind when it comes to rap. But every once in a while though, I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. And Master Frolic says, no way. Heck yeah, dude. I feel like you would, hearing your stuff a while back, made me think of them. They gave me the confidence to start dropping stuff. Hey, that's sick, dude. I'm glad to hear that they gave you confidence to start like making your own music. That's like honestly one of the best compliments you can give someone, because like an artist, just because it's like, heck yeah, like trying to get people to make more art is like beautiful. You know what I mean? But bro, I figured you guys would have crossed paths. Yeah, so I've only technically crossed paths with Rav. Like I think I've gone to like 3 different shows with Rav. Like I remember I took Rav to like Scenario 808 once with Frank, but I just haven't met Kill Bill yet. One of these days, I'm sure, because I'm like acquaintances with Rav. I'm really close with Frank, so one of these days will happen. But yeah, Rav is like the nicest dude. He's like super chill. Like, keeping it real, Frylock. Like when Frank first told me about Extra Society and stuff, listened to some of it, it's pretty good. But because I like hung out with Rav a bunch, I was like, I really like Rav. So I was like, let me give his music another shot. And I was like, actually, yeah, Rav's kind of sick. You know what I mean? It took like a two tries for me to get into Rav's music. But I don't know. I think I like Rav the person. You know what I mean? First, and then his music, because he's a cool guy. So yeah. Sasquatch says Lisa's better when you go early. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, because that's always been my issue. It's just I always like go and I'm like, oh, like the bread's so tough. You know what I mean? So yeah. When Frolic says, but awesome stuff, man. I need to go grab a tape from you soon. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, feel free. I'll sign and ship it over to you. I've been locked out online. So my band opened a venue. Done some IRL questing, trying to inspire some community in Louisiana. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, dude, getting a community going, that's what's sick. That's super, super sick.
New merch order from Dylan.
Hey, thank you, Dylan. If you're watching, let me know, and I'll pack it right now. Actually, I'm probably gonna pack it right now anyways. I just finished eating my noodles. That better not spill. But yeah, dude, and I hope you have fun IRL questing, because I gotta get on your level, dude. I need to catch up and do some IRL questing myself. But King, dude, good to see you. How you doing? How's your Sunday? How you feeling? But hey, let's put this out for Dylan real quick. Dylan's gonna be like, dang, you should put out fast. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty good. How you doing? King says. Oh yeah. Glad to hear you're doing good, King. Yeah, same here. I'm just super hungry. I just ate like a whole cup of noodles. I'm trying to like survive at least another 30 minutes before we stop streaming, because I don't want to because I skipped Tuesday to like hang out with friends. So I'm like, not to be weird, but I want to check in on everybody, give everyone a chance to stop by, say what's up. You know what I mean? It's more me. I want to see everyone. If that makes sense. Anyways, so yeah. So, but I'm doing good. I went to the gym today. I'm getting attacked by grasshoppers. Arizona's having a grasshopper problem. Literally, earlier you missed it. I had to kill a grasshopper in my bathroom. So yeah. So surviving. And Sasquatch says, you don't have to like everything new, bro. It's okay not to like new music you don't enjoy as an artist, but I never say I hate something. I just say it's not for me. Yeah, Sasquatch. Well, yeah, I get where you're coming from, and I definitely am the same way. I don't have to like everything new, and I agree. I just try to understand it, because I'm kind of, not to sound like too agreeable, but like dead ass for real, like for real. I try to understand why people like all music. You know what I mean? Like I don't listen to a lot of country myself, but I at least take the time to try to like understand why people like it. You know what I mean? So that's because it's like kind of my job to do that. Keep it real. I feel like it's, oh my god, I feel like it's my job to understand that. Not that I'm trying to make music for that like audience of people, but it's just important to be like, okay, like, what do people see in this? Like, what is the emotion that people really latch onto, and so on and so forth. So something like a Too Slimy, where it's just like I don't understand why people like that, but I'm at least going to give it a chance to like, what do the kids like about this? You know what I mean? What do kids like about this? So I try to keep an open mind, because generally I think all music, you know what I mean? Maybe not all music, but I feel like any music that has like people, even small music, like, there's some artists that like I know that like not many people know about, that I'm like, they mean a lot to me, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I think all music has like a time and place for everybody. So yeah, I'm trying to see what's up. Master Frolic says, yes bro, I really got into his stuff with the B-sides because I love abstract rap. Yep, same. And yes bro, it's the best because like we've been able to make a difference in our city and bring so many people together. Exactly, dude, exactly. Yeah, someone excuse me, we were talking to someone earlier about my old Crystal Nostalgia show, and that's like kind of a similar thing where like it just started off as like a show and ended up becoming like a really like important like 2 years to people of just like meeting new people and get the community together and stuff. So that's sick you're doing that, dude. Heck yeah, bro, like that's so sick. And Dark Master says Groovy Country. I know, right? Yeah, maybe yeah, I don't think I could ever do country stuff. Low key, it's not in me. From the city. Okay, sick. Yeah. You are from the wild, but I technically, yeah. So yeah, that's why I think I get a lot of the G-Funk though. Like Snoop Dogg, Wild Wild West. And yeah, I feel like to me country is like, gone down to Virginia with the mountains and stuff. Whereas Wild Wild West is always just like, wah wah wah, wah wah wah. And it's like its own little vibe. Doing the duels and stuff. So yeah. A King says that's one of my peeves. It's like I don't like this genre, but never say why. I feel like King. I feel like I remember I took like an art, not history, like I think it was some kind of art class. But I remember even like skimming through the textbook and being able to articulate like why you don't like something as its own skill. It's something you gotta practice too. So I feel you on that. It is like frustrating, but it's also like, I don't know, what I mean? It's kind of like I don't know, at this point, I guess it's super random King. Not that I'm trying to, I agree with you. It is very frustrating. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's kind of like, as I've done this more and more, it's kind of like when you talk to someone, you're like, yo man, what's wrong with your car? And you're like, I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know what's wrong with your car, bro? Like haven't you owned a car for like 20 years? You don't know what's wrong with it? I don't know. I just have somebody else tell me. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like art appreciation is kind of like one of those things where like unless you like actively like care and look into it, like you're probably not gonna be able to listen. You just, I just don't like it. It don't work. I don't know why. You know what I mean? So yeah. I hope that makes sense. That's how I see it, at least. And Sasquatch says I also try to understand. Yeah. Okay. Sick. Yeah. You were in the same boat. And Dark Master says head ass. And, hey, Lucky Mc. That's such a sick name, Lucky McFucky. About to order some. Hey, dude, heck yeah. Yeah, well, I'll pack it for you right now. Yeah, when you put the order in, I'll go ahead and do that, dude. Thank you, I appreciate it. It'll pop up too, so I'll know when it comes in because it'll pop up right here. And Sasquatch says, I only like outlaw country from the 50s to the early 90s. Toby Keith is about as modern country goes for me. I feel that. My dad used to always was a little country, had trucks a lot. Hey, that's a sick dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, my like only exposure to country growing up was my grandma. She liked Reba McEntire a lot. She loved her some Reba. And King says, yeah, same. Okay, sick. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're on the same vibes. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's why I think you know, it's kind of like a whole country thing. It's like, it's just not a story that speaks to me. You know what I mean? But to be fair, like, you know, I like Mac DeMarco. Mac DeMarco low-key trying to slide in some country songs here and there, and I'm like, hey, these kind of slap. But then again, Mac DeMarco is like, is there an artist that speaks to me? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I can get what they're putting down. But I can't connect to Reba McEntire. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sasquatch says my grandfather was a country man, successful business. Hey, that's sick. It's cool. He became successful and stayed humble. That's what's up. And helped others. I'm just happy he's still with us at 88. Hey, that's sick. Heck yeah, dude. That's worth celebrating. Shouts out to your grandpa, dude. That's what's up, Sasquatch. And Dark Master that says, I get it though. I'm getting into pop punk because of my girl. Like A Day to Remember and stuff. Heck yeah. Yo, pop punk. Yeah, I like pop punk. Actually, one of the videos I was going to bring up was randomly got recommended to me was Seosin playing 7 years at like a music festival. The whole taking on 7 years, I always forget the lyrics. So I always say Holy Ghost, but that's not what he says. But my Holy Ghost. And his voice is just so funny too. It's like perfectly. I mean, he is the stereotype, so it's not like stereotypical because he's the guy that did it. You know what I mean? But it's like he has like the perfectly stereotypical like taking on, like it's super like nasally, kind of whiny, but like also at the same time it's a whole vibe. I love pop punk. Not gonna lie, it slaps. I feel like I would have been a emo in a second life. I would have had the swooshed hair and all the belts. I'd have been so down. I'd be like a Travie McCoy in a second life from Gym Class Heroes. But Sasquatch says he doesn't care if the truck is dented because he told me reliability is more important than any shiny thing. Yeah, no, he's spitting. I'm the exact same way. That's actually one thing I used to get into arguments with my mom about all the time, because she goes buy a car like, oh, the interior is so nice. They must have taken good care of this car. And my mom, no. The interior of the car has nothing to do with how well it's going to drive. And then like, you know, like a year later, she's like, yeah, so I had to like get the whole car rebuilt. I'm like, yeah. Whereas I've always been the kind of guy that's like, let me look at the engine. Let me test drive it. Okay, sick. I don't care that the passenger seat is missing. I'll figure it out. I'll put a fold out chair right there instead whenever people come visit. If my mom heard that though, she'd be like, that's why you always get buckets. Hey, but they work though. Dark Race says, I'm really digging the Wander Year. She got me right. So instead of Blink-182, but not like hardcore. I'm still a hardcore punk. Same dude. Yellow Card had me feeling some type of way. Okay, sick. Heck yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel like I got in pop punk first, and then I like slowly got into more hardcore punk. Yeah, punk is sick, dude. Boom, boom. And then what was really cool is one of my favorite YouTube channels is called Baseball Doesn't Exist. They did a really sick video breaking down the whole World Baseball Classic. And what was wild, I guess like Puerto Rico was like doing really good. It's like pretty much like every country in the world like essentially runs through like one big baseball tournament. And Puerto Rico was doing really good. And I guess like something happened where they were like, bro, we don't have health insurance. Like this is messed up. We can't play. It was like the most random like, all the insurance coverage isn't enough. So they couldn't like compete in the game. It was really weird. And it's just funny because at one point, I guess like Bad Bunny was like, bro, I'll pay for the insurance. Which he was like, hey, Bad Bunny is such a good thing. But I thought about it some more and I was like, aren't these all like multi-million-dollar baseball players? Is money really the issue? Like, what's going on here? Like, I mean, what's going on with baseball insurance where it costs so much the players can't play some baseball? I mean, I get into the baseball insurance business. And yo, Zaku, what's up, dude? Good to see you again. Just check out the driver's seat, so it looks like an international style. Yeah, this guy for real. And Dark Master says, I feel like I got into hardcore punk first because I used to listen to deathcore and heavy metal. Now I'm here. Lamal, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say now I'm here because I'm also kind of like got into like metal and stuff first, and then like slowly made my way over to like hip hop beats and like, you know, like jazz, house music and stuff like, or house music and stuff like that. So I also had like a similar journey. Sasquatch hardcore punk is the vibe, but there is punk somewhere between hardcore and pop punk. Hey, Julian!
New order from Julian.
Thank you, Julian. I think that was who was saying earlier. Hey, twin. Yeah. That was probably Lucky McFucky again. That's such a funny name. But yeah, we'll pack that right now. Let me put all this away. But there is punk somewhere in between hardcore and pop punk. Yeah, there is. Sasquatch for sure. Yeah, all the different like subgenres of like metal, rock, and punk. Like you can get hyper specific. What you're talking about. Where at a point it's just like, okay, man. And Sasquatch says sound seats 60 to 50. But it's hard, it's not super nasty. I feel that, yeah, dude. Yeah, trying to find good seats for your car, it's kind of tough. I feel you on that. But yeah, the World Baseball Classic was sick. I think US won, if I remember the video correctly. I guess Taiwan was like the big like they were crushing. And like people were like crying after every game they won because like, oh my god, we're winning. Let's go. Zaku's favorite place to call out. I like how every time Zaku's been on stream, they're like, my favorite thing is the fact that Taiwan's a country. And in fact, they almost won the World Baseball Classic. Who would have thought? So yeah. All right, let's print this out for Julian. And then if a car needs seats, you can find them like at Junkyard. Yep. Oh yeah, because what's it called? Yeah, because this I feel that. Yeah, because it just rains in the Junkyard. Damn, yeah. Hey. Got that cassette tape to bump in my Bimmer. Glad to see artists still offer tapes. Hey, yeah, dude. Thank you so much for grabbing it. I had a feeling it was you. Sick. Yeah, I'm gonna throw in a bunch of stickers for you, dude. I mean, you already got a sticker pack, but I'll throw in, I don't know, I'll throw in something extra. Do you like pins? Are you like an enamel pins guy? I'll give you a pin too. How's that sound? You stoked on a pin? And then Dark Master says, yeah, for sure I can agree with you. I think it's because I grew up on skate culture, so it might be it. Bad Brains and Germ or Gray Matter. Yeah. I feel it, dude. Yeah, I got a low-key, that's one band I still need to, like, I know about Bad Brains. I know, like, you know, I have a few songs in my playlist and stuff, but I need to go through and, like, listen to Bad Brains' whole discography. So I know they're, like, such, like, pivotal to, like, the punk. But yeah. And normally, Lucky McFucky is such a cool name, dude. I give 5 stickers, but because you're here, I'm gonna, like, hook it up for you, dude. I'm gonna give you, like, a gang of stickers. And you said yes for the pin. Cool, okay, I'll give you a pin. Okay. Actually, my bad, y'all. Let me, I'm gonna be right back. I need to dump this out so I don't spill a cup of noodle sauce all over my packing station and over your tape, dude. But I appreciate you too. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Let me just take this to the kitchen. Okay, that goes in the trash there. Gotta take this, dump this water out. There's no more grasshoppers, thank God. if it was a grasshopper, dude, I would have spilled it all over myself. I would have came back like, I had an accident. And Skyer says, just 50 copies of the exact same sticker. Yeah, exactly, Skyer. Imagine. Sometimes when I'm running out, I low-key will just be like, yo, look, this is all we got. But never like 50 copies of these. But yeah, I get the joke, dude. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Whee. I'm giving you one of every sticker. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, sorry, I'm over here. I'm using my little sticker station, dog. Give you 2 of these. And King says he came back for revenge. I know, right? Yeah. If he somehow reanimated him, I would freak out. I'd be like, oh hell no. That was weird to say, but I'm already excited for Black Friday. So I tend to like order like a bunch of merch just to make sure everyone can get some, but I always end up over ordering. So I always like misjudge the demand. But I don't know, this Black Friday, I think I'm gonna do like a super crazy like I mean, probably the same price for this, but like I might do like a tape bundle or something for Black Friday. That's like all the way in November, but yeah. And the pins too. But anyways, Lucky, all right, you're getting all these stickers. It's like 2 sticker packs pretty much. And then I'm gonna give you this this pin. Thanks for the support, dude. I really appreciate it. It's a little enamel pin from State Zero for stopping by. And Dark Master says 50 copies of the same sticker means time to go post it around the city or give it to friends. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I gotta keep more of my own stickers on me actually. Where's my wallet? Because the Chiba Hut place, the whole like weed themed sandwich spot, they let anyone just put stickers up. And I'm like, I'm trying to like sticker up some Chiba Huts to be like, yo, gotta get the Groovy Kaiju representation at Chiba Hut. I know I got 6 of my own stickers in here, so or if you find me in the streets, let me know. Be like, yo, I saw you on stream and you got stickers, right? Lucky, hey, Lucky with all the emojis. Hell yeah, dude, thank you. Glad to hear you're stoked. Cool. I just need some bubble wrap. And we're good to go, dude. Yes, bro, free marketing. Yeah, exactly. Well, not just that, but also just, I don't know. I just like to, you know, represent my hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I live out here now. I am a Phoenix man. I put this on some cardboard. Actually, I don't think this will bend. Actually, I still want to. Where's my my cardboard saw? I'm sorry. I'm a child. Heck yeah. Oh dang, I made it too wide. All right, I'm trying to. Let me just put this in the bigger. No, my bad. I'm doing bubble mailer logistics in my brain right now, y'all. Lucky said, exactly, bro. I already told my homies them funky keys and the beats have them stank faces. My bro said, damn, who's this? I appreciate the kind words, dude. I'm glad to hear you're feeling my stuff, and your homies are too. That's sick. I'm gonna give it to you in a bigger bubble mailer. But dude, I'm super thankful. Thank you, dude. All right, cool. Let's get this in here. Put a rubber band on this so the stickers don't bend too much. Oh, Corey, dude. I miss Corey so much. Yo, what's up, Corey? I'm on accelerator for my 50th ride. Just wait till I get my 67th ride. Love you, bro. Hey, I love you too, dog. I miss you so much. Hope you're having a good time at Knott's. Did you ever get to go to Knott's with Daniel? I low-key talked to him. They visited me recently all the way out here in Phoenix, and I was asking about it. I think he said y'all like planned it, but then something happened. I forgot what he said. Oh, 50th ride of all time, not just one day. Yeah, honestly, I thought you meant one day, but I read that. But sick, dude. Yeah, enjoy that ride, man. But how you know, if you got a second, let me know how you're doing. I know you're in line. You might have to get on the ride soon, but yeah, I appreciate you checking in on me from time to time. Dark Master, can't wait to cop some merch from me. Hey, thank you, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I'll be over here packing it up and stuff like that. So feel free to. I'll be stoked to sign and ship it over to you whenever you're ready. But no rush at all. I'm so big chilling. Oh, I almost forgot to put the slip in here. I would have been so sad. And Lucky says, and you shred, bro? Yeah, actually, you said Corey's in the chat. Me and Corey used to shred all the time together, actually, funny enough. Bro, make a whole skate tape. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Radical Reptile was supposed to be. It's just like kind of like the lore of it. It's just like it's like a skate video soundtrack. But I used to actually make a bunch of skate videos back in the day, funnily enough, with Corey. It's just very happenstance that they showed up right now. But Corey says 6'7", Lamau. And now I've been lagging, gonna hit him up, like some lifing. Okay, I feel that. Yeah, same here. Honestly, dude, there's like a bunch of local friends out here that I've been like also need to catch up with. It's been, just been busy, packing all these orders and stuff. But 6'7", but for sure, yeah. Daniel said he's down though. I even saw him. He was like, "Oh yeah, do an ollie hill for me, please." I don't have a board in here, or else I'd dead ass do it in my apartment right now. Actually, I can't do them like I used to, dude. It would take me forever. I only do them on tray and in games of skate. And Dark Master says, highly appreciate the patience. The job market sucks donkey buck right now. I feel that. Yeah, no, it really does. Didn't the government also say, like, yeah, we kind of goofed. We thought the numbers were this, but actually we were wrong, and they're way worse than we thought. Our bad. Oh. And Corey says, whenever you can. Okay, yeah, next time I skate with Trey, probably this weekend. I skate with Trey like every weekend, so yeah, I'll do it then for you, dog. Heck yeah. And then oh, excuse me. And Dark Master said, bro, that would be sick to see the Nollywood Hill. Yeah, I have them. I mean, I think I filmed a bunch of them. I have like a billion of them. And Corey says, just do whatever you can. You have the clean set of everyone ever. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, actually, I don't got them like I used to, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, mine are like, they're super sketchy now. I don't know. My legs just don't do it like they used to. But I can still do them. I do them like all the time. Like every time I skate, I do one. So I still have them. It's just, I don't know. I'm being a little shy, I guess. Yeah. But thank you, man. Yeah, I'll definitely do it for you. Yeah, you gotta hit a hill flip for me though. You got the cleanest heel flips out of anyone ever. And Dark Master says that in front 3 shove I'm trying to unlock right now. Hey, I feel that. Bro could have been pro with his trick bag. Dude, yeah, for real. Back in the day. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, 3 shove front, like nollie front 3 or just regular front 3? Because regular front 3 is tough. That's just like, ugh! It's like, you know what I mean? Like laser flip, but don't laser. And Corey says, bro, yes you do, just do it. Nike type shit. Yeah, I got you, dog. I'll do one. Sick. All right, Lucky, I got your order right here. Thank you so much, dude. And yeah, I'm dropping stuff at the post office for you tomorrow. Yeah, I go to the post office every Monday. I'm gonna go to the post office and then get some groceries after. So yeah, tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's in this bag. It's in my order bag. So we're dropping those off for you tomorrow. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the support, Lucky. Oh, perfect. Getting late on the East Coast. Appreciate the extras, virtual homie. Yeah. Virtual homies, hell yeah. Get you around, dude. Yeah, have a good night, dude. And thanks again for the support, man. I really appreciate it. Dark Master says, regular front 3? Oh yeah, dude. I keep laser flipping or landing primo. Exactly, dude. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Corey, can you front 3? Did we ever do front 3s? I remember Corey could front big spin. I learned front big spins at some point. There was like a hot second where I was doing them. Yeah, front 3 is tough, dude. And then Corey says, I gotta hit up Daniel. I really wanna go nuts with him. Yeah, dude. Dude, I wanna go nuts with him too. But yeah, just hit him up. Because he was like, I mean, every time I talked to him, he was like, no, I'm for real dead ass down. So yeah, so when you hit him up, I think he'll be ready. So, you know, find a time, and yeah. Yeah, and Daniel, I got to meet Daniel's girlfriend for the first time, dude. That was super sick. So you might have to like, but I know he's been pretty chilling. I know they've been hanging out a lot, but still, like, yeah, I'm sure he'd be super down, dude. But yeah, again, he even told me in person, like, bro, I can't wait to go nuts with Corey. Like, I didn't even like bring it up. He just brought it up himself. So yeah. And Dark Master says, fakey front 3 might be easier. And it's funny because Corey says, yeah, I landed a front 3 once, like it's real hard. Backside is way easier, but TBH, fakey is the easiest. Okay. So yeah, so I think you're onto something, Dark Master. Fakey front 3 might be the one. Same with Nollie. Yeah, Nollie front 3, I could do that in like with my eyes closed, dead ass. So I've gotten close to landing some. Dude, for some reason, front big spin feels more possible than front big. I don't know why, but yeah, it kind of is. But yeah, dude, you gotta learn Nollie front 3 because then you can learn Nollie gazelle spin. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just signing CDs now. So we're all caught up on orders. But I cannot wait to eat food in like, we'll do 10 more minutes. And I think we'll call it. But Dark Master says, hey, thanks for the motivation, Corey. I just might have to start busting fakey then. Hey, that's sick, dude. Hell yeah. Doing the stream, trading trick tips. That's what's up. And then Dark Master says, do gazelle spin. That's an insane trick. Honestly, yeah, it is, but it's actually not as wild as you think it would be. Because I don't know why, but like Nollie frontside for me just feels like default for some reason. Maybe I have like a shoulder problem or something. But yeah, it's just like you're doing like a Nollie front 360, which, you know, you just kind of cheat it. You like do the Nollie 180, land your tail on bloop, bloop. So like, you know, like fakey front 3. It's like the easiest 360. But gazelle, literally just doing the Nollie that, but just added the big spin in between. So rather than just being like, it's like you just do a nollie front 360, but you just do an extra shove it. So yeah, so it's like super scary the first couple times you try it, but like once you get it, you're like, yo, it's actually like doesn't feel that crazy. Like every time I'm about to do it, I'm like, I might die, but then I never do. That makes sense. And Sasquatch says, doing a manual on a longboard is fun, but sketchy because of the weight. Yeah, I'd imagine Sasquatch, because that's a lot of weight. And Corey says, can you still nollie 3-pop out of 50-50? I probably could. I haven't tried in so long, Corey, I'm not going to lie. I got my nose blunts back, though, the other day. I can, like, nose blunt again. That's, like, the latest thing I've been doing. I'm also just because, you know, we're getting older, Corey, so I've been trying to do more alley-oop tricks. So, like, you know, because they're easier, it's just they feel awkward. So I've been doing lots of, like, back 50. Yeah, back 50, nollie front 180 out. So, like, you know, like, you come up, I guess if this is the ledge, my little carpet right here, pop up, back 50, but then nollie 180 out, so the hard way out, you know what I mean? So we're doing lots of that lately, because it's just kind of silly. And Dark Master says, got nollie shoves, and backside nollie 3. Hey, that's sick. Heck yeah. And bruh, nose blunt. Yeah, nose blunts are weird. Like, I learned them, like, really good for, like, a month, and then I lost them. And then since then, it's been, like, a challenge to, like, keep them. Corey. To this day, I'm like, I don't know how he did that to Sleepyhead by Passion Pit the long way. Dude, hell yeah. All the 2010 skate video songs. I haven't listened to Sleepyhead in so long. I need to listen to that song. I haven't listened to that song in forever. It was so of its time. That's comedy. Sasquatch says about pro longboarder once all had a huge rail in SoCal longboard, the rail slide, jumped off, almost 5 foot. That's wild, dude. Yeah. Doing rails on a longboard is you're built different. That guy is built different. But yeah, you know, Corey, the back 50 nollie from 180, the long way, the Aki way, the hard way, the goofy way. What else can we say? What other way would you call it? Dark Master, y'all make me want to go skate. What the fuck? I'm gonna go hit El Toro. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta go backside flip it, dude. It's wild because I think I mentioned it before, but like one of my what's funny is one of my buddies that visited me last weekend, they actually work at El Toro High School as like a sports like an athletic trainer, like for like, you know, like those sports teams. He also teaches a class there on like physical education, I think. Nah, I think it's better. I think it's more than that. I think it's like more specific. It might be like a health class actually. Never mind. But yeah, but it's just funny because I'm like, dude, your school had history happen recently. And he's like, yeah, I know. Everyone sent it to me. I was like, hell yeah, dude. As they should. He's like, yeah, they keep like, he mentioned that they keep like, you know, bolt cutting like the, what's it called? The like gate that they put in front of the stairs. People stop skating it all the time. Sasquatch says the Icarus weighs like, oh, okay. Loaded Icarus longboard weighs like 13 pounds. Yeah, that's heavy, dude. And Dark Master asked Sasquatch if the longboard has a tail. And I don't think it does though. I think he's talking about a board slide, Dark Master. I already did. I'm gonna speaking of El Toro, I'm gonna do Ollie 900 next. Heck yeah, dude. That's what's up. Tony Hawk would, I think if he did that, Tony Hawk would just be waiting at the bottom with a trophy. With a trophy and like a, yeah. And Corey says, I'm dying looking like a fool in line for this ride, Lamal. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, hey, you must have a good time. Why not? You did tell her to Ollie El Toro. Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Corey. You know, you having a good time. Everyone else is just bored in line. You're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? You're chilling. And Dark Master, I cannot wait to skate with you, bro. I know it's been too long. My bad again. I had like huge back injury, like right as I was like, go skate, and like my back got messed up right after. That time was tough, dude. That was like honestly like probably top 10 most difficult moments of my life. I'm not gonna lie. But I hurt my back. That was crazy. I never heard it like that before. Dark Master says, honestly, you just need to give some oatmeal raisin cookies. I'll be good. Yeah, dude. I bet Tony Hawk would have some good oatmeal raisin cookies. No, dude, he's gonna give you a fried. He's gonna give you chicken, dude. He opened that like chicken shop in San Diego called like Chicken Hawk or something. What's wild is one of my vaporwave homies. Y'all ever heard of I mean, you might know maybe, but they're called Pocari Sweat. They run a show like a vaporwave night in San Diego, and he does like my homie Uglado is like a hella good like visual glitch camera guy, and they do like visuals for like shows and stuff. And they actually got to install all the TVs for like the shop, which is pretty wild. And like I guess one thing he was done is like I think a lot of them are CRTs if I'm not mistaken. I didn't, you know, he had to like hoist them all up and put them up there and everything, and they're all super heavy. So he was like. And they're all on the ceiling, so it's like, oh, dude, if these ever were to fall, like, you know what I mean? No. And Dark Master said, man, DW about it, I understand. Oh, don't worry, I understand. Specifically, recently, bro, I've been slightly recovering. When the time comes, I'll film a part for you. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate the offer. And bro, that's crazy to say. I know it is crazy to say give me chicken. But yeah, he legitimately has a chicken spot. Because, you know, we were talking about food, so I was like, technically, realistically, he'd probably give you some chicken. Because that's what his shop does. I didn't even know he had a chicken spot. That's insane. Also, bro, I hate stage. Yeah, stage lights can be a little bright. Like whenever I have to put this light that I have, I mean, you can't see it, but this light that I have right here, in my face, I'm always like, ah. Oh, and Corey says, "Aight, last thing, bud. I've recently been getting into Metallica and Megadeth. Do you ever fuck some music like that?" Of course, dude. Hell yeah. And if so, what's the song or band you recommend? Metallica, Megadeth. Like Metallica. Do you like it's a little different, Corey, but do you like Sleep Token? That's as close as I could think that's like you maybe haven't heard already. But I like Sleep Token a lot. They have some like Metallica vibes. It's a little harder than Metallica a little bit. But yeah, I like Sleep Token. They're pretty sick. What else? I have like a whole metal playlist. Corey, do you like Big Ass Truck, dude? They're from the IE. Big Ass Truck is like my go-to. They're punk technically. I think even more specifically, they're hardcore. Oh, Dark Master makes a good point. Listen to Dio or Deep Purple. But yeah, I guess, okay, we're going, here's the actual, or Black Sabbath. I think Corey knows Black Sabbath, though. But I mean, you know what I mean? You said anything, so yeah. So, okay, so the recommendations are Sleep Token, Dio, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, and who else did I say? Oh, Big Ass Truck. Big Ass Truck, dude. Oh, and Pantera. That's a good recommendation. I was gonna say Iron Maiden, too. Yeah. Sasquatch says, I think the Icarus freestyle longboard has a small nose and tail. Trucks are mounted, so I wear the crack. Rubber risers help drop the longboards. I feel that. Well, I guess Dark Master Sasquatch is saying that the Icarus longboard actually does have a small nose and tail. It's not just completely flat like most longboards. That's sick. But yeah, I feel you on the preventing the cracks, dude. With the risers. Dark Master says, Big Ass Truck, I'll check them out. Yeah, Big Ass Truck, dude, is so sick. They're honestly like my favorite, like, they're technically a hardcore punk band, but I think they're like one of my favorites of all time. Not gonna lie. But it's also like, particularly because it's from me and Corey's hometown. They're from the Inland Empire. So a lot of the songs are about being from the Inland Empire. But the songs are good though. Like they've been like playing like all kinds of festivals all over the US. Like I saw them playing like a show in like Chicago and all that. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Big ass truck. Hey. Corey says Deep Purple and Dio is a perfect start. Sleep Token and Big Ass Truck. Got it. Already got Iron Maiden. I already know they kick ass. Thanks, y'all. Of course, dude. Thank you for asking. I'm glad to hear we could help. And Dark Master says, I can understand the Ollie. Then I was confused on how bro Ollie the longboard. Yeah, exactly. With this funky shape. Yeah, exactly. Because like, how do you even pop? You'd have to like strap in or like do a funny thing or like grab both sides of the longboard and just hop like that. You know what I mean? It'd be hella silly. And snowboard type shiz or caveman, not caveman, bean plant. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. You have to be on like some snowboard kids type beat. But sick. I think on that note, my stomach is still growling. I think it's time I ate some food before my brain explodes from hunger. So let me put all this away and I think we'll call it, y'all. Plus it's been about like 2-3 hours. About that time. Especially because on the East Coast it's like midnight right now. So yeah. It's midnight on the East Coast. Zaku, hey, thank you, Zaku. Hell yeah. Zaku, and good luck with your stream, dude. I'm so excited to hear that you're starting that. I know we talked about it a bunch. I'm excited to hear how it goes for you. And I'm gonna call you on Wednesday. I gotta reply to your text still, but I saw the preview on my phone, a notification. You were like, bro, hit me up. So yeah. Cool, yee. All right, sick. Thank you. Dude, thank you. Heck yeah. And then Sasquatch says, Borka's Helm's another good metal band. Okay, sick. Yeah, I guess Corey, if you're still here, Borka's Helm is good too. Sasquatch says. But sick. I closed Instagram. I wonder if that still works. Oh no. I think I just ended the Instagram stream. Okay. Well, maybe it's still working. Oh yeah, it says I'm still alive. Okay, cool. But have a good night, dog. Nice hearing from you. I'm gonna eat some wings. Hey, Black Ops 3 Zombies. I'll send the stuff I was working on. I told you about. Okay, sick. And listen to Black Death and Death. Okay, sick. I'm here. Okay, sick. My bad. Actually, I'm closing my tabs right now, so I was like, oh no, I'm trying to end the stream. But sick, dude. Heck yeah. Dude, enjoy the wings and Black Ops 3 Zombies, dude. That sounds like such a good night. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, sick. I'm closing everything, and I think we're good. But yo, Sasquatch says I love Trimium. Start off as punk. Okay, sick. I'll have to check them out too, Sasquatch, or whoever, Corey, if you're still here, check them out too. Trivium. But yeah, I'll catch y'all around. I'm gonna eat some food. I'm starving. Catch you around Sasquatch, Dark Master, Zaku, Corey, Sasquatch, Skyer. Before you even say anything, catch you around Skyer, King. Catch you around King. Thanks for hanging out, dude. It's always good to see y'all. Lucky, thanks again for the support, Lucky. And I think that's everyone. I just scroll through chat real quick. So yeah, well, dude, we'll be back on Tuesday, like our normal time. So we'll be here chilling on Tuesday. If you're free, pull up. We'll be hanging out, packing more orders and stuff. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. So all right, y'all, take it easy. I'll get you around. Peace. Enjoy your night. Oh wait, over here. Oh yeah, and Farewell King, Skyer, and Dark Master. Yeah, and yeah, I feel good Sasquatch on the longboards. Thank you, Gyro. Yeah. All right, peace, y'all. Take it easy.